what we do here is go back.
Hi, is Mike here, Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and you is me Julius for tonight. Dear, the things I do for money and views and likes. Good evening everyone, it's Mike's here, Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To. Me Julius over there in the corner taking all used questions. I don't know how long I can keep this up for, but anyway. Now, you can blame Ugly Bob for this, because last week we were talking about the Boya mics. Aye. And yeah, Bob being Bob managed to drink far too much and ended up sending this get-up for me. So here we are, slightly rotund Ali G in the house. I don't know how long I can keep this up for actually. This hat is really hot and it's making my head sweat like crazy. I'm not even sure if the camera's focusing on me. It probably doesn't even recognise my face. Anyway, so tonight we'll be cleaning up my mechanical keyboards, both of them. I've got some cleaning work to do and, well, there's basically not a lot else to talk about in the PC industry at the moment other than stuff that you've all heard a million times before, so I figured why even try and compete with all that stuff. So I was going to clean some keyboards. So we'll have a few laughs, possibly have a few drinks whilst we're doing this just to get through it. I've got all kinds of cleaning things to do. Lots of things, aftershave, got some cotton buds, got some gel, and we've got some super chats coming in. Stuart Cleary with some a €10 super chat. It's a good start, it sets the tone. Oh, wrong one. Yes, it certainly does. And also thanks to Bob for sending this, and also the super chat, which he always sends just before I'm setting up, which normally scares the living bejesus out of me. So anyway. Bob says that was a very drunken purchase, lol. Actually, the glasses, I really like the glasses. It's a really nice colour. Everything is very yellow. It's almost like night vision glasses for driving. Excellent stuff. Ah, dear. Shady says, what is a Cherry RED? A Cherry RED is a keyboard mechanical switch, which is on this keyboard here. If I take off one of these keycaps, see the little red thing there? The red stem there, that is what denotes what it is. So Cherry is the manufacturer of the actual switch itself, and the red bit is the stem. So you get various different stems. You've got different actuation points, or pressure points, I suppose you'd call them. And yeah, that is all types of different keyboards. There are so many different switches and types and stems, and there's linear, non-linear, tactile, all sorts. There's a £10 super chat from Ugly Bob as well. Aftershave on the keyboard, splashes on all over. That's how a keyboard got filthy in the first place. I could tell you a funny story about a keyboard back in our days of working at the BBC, where we had a certain work colleague and yeah, let's just say we did things to his keyboard that possibly should not be mentioned on a YouTube stream. It was funny though. You had to laugh. I want to drink my tea now, but I don't do it with this on.
Glenn with his windscreen wipers, but you're not talking about that.
Hang on. Ah, there we go. This thing, I'm not sure if this thing isn't very sticky or just the fact that I'm a greasy git. Oh, it's all gone wrong. There we go. Matthew Day says, is this for a bet? No, this is just for shits and giggles. Antonio says, good evening to all. Mike, you look smart. Wow. I'm not too sure how to take it. It's God, it does look very weird. I'm looking at myself on the screen and I just cannot believe I'm actually doing this. I feel like Richard Madeley. Deathstroke says, grow a proper one. I used to. Actually, Kath might be able to find a picture, although I probably won't be able to show it very easily. But I used to, in the 90s, I pretty much had a goatee pretty much all the time. Probably right up until the time that George Michael got caught in the toilets. Because he was the kind of the originator of that look. Bob says, I bet you scared the fudge out of the cats. The cats haven't seen me yet. When they do, I think they're going to freak. Anyway, let's say hello to some of you in the chat before we get too far into this. So we've got Ugly Bob with us. Sky Stalker, how you doing, Sky? Hopefully you're doing better. Also, we've got Sir Soppy Balls. Hopefully I won't be getting my balls soppy tonight when we're cleaning these keyboards, so that would be a rookie mistake. Paul Bakewell's with us as well. Pac-Man says hi. Matthew Day's got his dinner. Not microwavable. Wow. Things are looking up. An Aldi pasty. Now, for those of you that don't understand what a pasty is, well, yeah, pasties are something that we do enjoy here in the UK and no doubt elsewhere around the world. If you imagine some kind of semi-puff pastry cut into a circle, you put meat or your filling of choice in kind of one side of the circle, you fold over the pastry, and then you roll the edges round to secure it in the pastry. You then bake it for however long and eat it warm or cold. Cold's pretty good as well. Really, originally, I think it originated from when miners used to work, obviously down in the mines and stuff, and they couldn't really carry their lunch or anything, so they used to make basically food parcels out of pastry. I think that is pretty much where it originates from. I could be wrong.
Crust, wasn't it?
What's that?
So they could hold the crust.
Yeah, they could basically hold on to the crust and eat the filling. I think that is actually what it's all about. I could be completely wrong. Stuart Cleary is with us as well. How you doing, Stuart? Pac-Man. Dutch Jan. How you doing, Dutch Jan? O'Reilly is with us as well. Dom is with us. Hello, all the diehards. Hope everyone is having a great evening. That is... Oh, this thing is... I'm sorry, I've got to take this off. I like the glasses. I might wear those to work, actually. I look like... who's that actor? It was cool type for being a bit of a naughty boy, let's say. And he was in a film called K-Pax. And there's he used to wear glasses like this. Is it Kevin? I can't think.
Carl Pilkington.
Not Carl Pilkington. Ow! Right, let's put that... Actually, where am I going to put that? Let's put it somewhere...
Seagull. Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey, that's it. Kevin Spacey, yeah, he wore a set of glasses like this in K-Pax, where he thought he was from another planet. That was actually a really good film. I enjoyed that film a lot. Anyway, moving on from talking about certain individuals with dubious backgrounds. Sorry, it was really itchy. I think I got some fibres up my nose now. Blame Bob. Hashtag blame Bob. Rick H is with us. It says, good evening, Lady Calf, Mike, and the rest of the lovely mubs around the world. How you doing, Rick? Who else we got? Nicholas Barlow. How you doing, Nicholas? Nick Barnes.
Hey, George.
Says, evening, Mike, Calf, and everyone watching the stream. Mark Berry. It's Ali G. George, did you see me dressed up as Ali G?
No.
No.
Do you want me to do it? He'd be like, no, I don't really care. It's more like a shower cap. Like I need one of those. George.
Hello.
Come and say.
Hang on.
He's so excited.
Very excited to see me like this. I can't talk. Vlad FCP says, wow, what an entrance to the show tonight. If I could even talk, it would be helpful. Mark Berry says, yellow tracksuit next. I have actually got tracky bottoms on today. I am starting to show my age. And in fact, we will be showing our age next week. It is Cap's birthday next week, and also my birthday as well. We're both stubborn Torians. Alright.
It's all falling off.
Right, that's it. It's all gone wrong. George is still chuckling to himself walking up the stairs. Poor old George. Right, that's better. What was I saying?
Where's Lord Erectus?
Yeah, Lord Erectus. Where's Lord Erectus? He was in the chat and on the Discord. Where are we? Captain Me's Adventures says, Mike, you look like Steven Seagal does now. Check a photo. Actually, yeah, I know what you mean. I have seen Steven Seagal recently. I will take that as a compliment, even though it's probably not. John Sullivan says, aye, you got to do the click as well. That is very important.
George is thinking, I can't believe I came out of his billy.
Ultimate Tech Hub, how you doing, Mike? Says, cheers everyone from Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. Deathstroke, what's with Ali G? Blame Bob. We'll have to change the hashtag from Blame Dave to Blame Bob. Most things are actually Bob's fault.
Blame Uggs.
Yeah, blame Uggs. Gaming Maniac 29 says, brilliant work, mate. Thank you. Blame Bob. William Bodie says, am I in the wrong stream? It would seem so.
Oh, I did a spell mistake. I put blame Knob.
Where else are we? Blah, blah, blah. Pac-Man says, I thought you were trying to be Seagal. Yeah, it's funny actually that depending on people's generation, some people will have no idea what Ali G is because it was a good, 10, 15 years ago, possibly even more. So if you're not of that generation that you witnessed the genius that was Sacha Baron Cohen as Ali G, you'll probably think it is basically just Steven Seagal. But Steven Seagal is dressed like that as in, that's his look. Ali G was doing it as in, it was a, what's the word I'm looking for? Not a piss take, but a parody. A parody of modern youth culture. Thanks for a super chat from O'Reilly with £5 there. It says, in the style of the Muppets and Kermit the Frog, let's get on with the show. Nice start to the show, Mark. Yeah. I should try, I can't do Kermit's voice. I tried doing Kermit's voice before and I ended up in A&E. So I won't be doing that. I didn't, I'm joking. I had a bad throat. Mark B's with us as well. Waldo135. I don't know if I even want to read this. I'm actually genuinely hesitant about reading this, but I feel I will go down the rabbit hole, as is often the case here. Waldo135. Hi Mike, I got the Kernel Power 41 once again. I'm pretty sure it's got to do with the socket. Will a surge protector fix it? A surge protector probably won't. If you're having problems with power delivery, the only thing which will even that out effectively is going to be a UPS. So when you're getting dips in voltage or current, a surge protector will prevent surges. Now that prevents surges generally kind of overloading rather than underloading. So if you've got a socket which is playing up, maybe in the back of the socket, maybe the earth lead is a bit loose or one of the screws have come out, either the live or the neutral, then potentially,
don't touch it.
If there's too much voltage going through and it can't, and it's generating resistance, it will get to the point where it generates so much resistance until there's enough molecules in the atmosphere between the wire and the connection where it will jump across. And then you get that crack noise where basically almost like a miniature version of lightning. Or like when you get static, when you take a case out of a box and you touch the case and you get that, you go, ah! That's the kind of thing you're getting, possibly. But don't mess around with it. Best thing to do, depending on your age and whatever, or what if it's your house or you're renting or whatever, don't touch it. Get an electrician to do it, or phone your landlord or the owner of the house and just say, look, this socket isn't good, please can you sort it out. Potentially it could cause a fire. If it generates enough resistance, it can create heat and therefore could melt, cause a fire. So get it checked out. Surge protector will not remedy that at all. It may help slightly when you get the current dip and then go back up, but it's not going to rectify the current enough when it dips. But you could try it. A surge protector is definitely a lot cheaper than an electrician, and is definitely a lot cheaper than a UPS. Although there was a really good UPS deal posted today by Seam at Night. in our deals chat. I was actually quite tempted. It was about £45 plus VAT, possibly, I think it was. Arking, that's the one. Well done.
Not me.
And yeah, I would recommend most people get a UPS. Even if you live in a country like the UK where in general the power supply is pretty decent, I think it's a great idea. William Bodie says, can I buy some cheap oil, Mr. Arab? I don't have any oil. I've got some rather cheap Tesco extracts of eucalyptus hand wash. That might do the same thing. Ultimate Tech Hub says, you look better now, Mike. I can't figure out what's the difference. Thank you. Who else is... Mick Woods says, blimey, early tonight, watching it at 1/5 speed to catch up. I think were we early? We were just on time, weren't we?
Oh, we do an hour earlier than we used to.
We are doing things a little bit earlier for various reasons. For me, for working the next day and all that kind of stuff, and also to fit in with some other people around the world who kind of go to bed earlier. Ugly Bob says you can get a festive pasty with 3 courses in one pasty parcel. Wow, that was hard to say. There's another super chat from, actually, I better fast forward this, from ClickTech Kev. ClickTech Kev returns to the fold. How you doing, Kev? ClickTech says we've been using that stuff on your head. What, the tea tree extracts or the Ali G?
You should put the Ali G on every time the light goes off.
Matthew Day says the Synology had suffered from a power dropout. There's been a lot of weird stuff going on recently with security stuff. There's been so many vulnerabilities that have been found in various things, mostly in the Linux kernel, and also, what was the other one? Can't think what the other one was. Oh, in something to do with Java. So there's loads of vulnerabilities out there at the moment, and Matthew sent a video of a Synology which had the blue light of death, which is actually relatively common for some Synology boxes. That had suffered from a power dropout. So yeah, I'm yet to watch that video. I'm gonna find that very interesting. I think. I would say, first things first. If you're buying a NAS or you're using a NAS, definitely get a UPS and connect it to it, because hard drives and RAIDs don't like having the power cut from them. They really don't. Especially if you've got more than 2 drives. If you've got 3 drives or 4 drives and they're all spinning, and you've got a parity disk and they're all transferring data around, if you jank the power out or you get a power outage, it's not going to be great. So definitely get yourself one. Deathstroke says, oh, we're starting early because you're getting old and can't stay up late. I think that probably does come into it, actually. Although our daughter does. The little cow. She was out last night until...
5 to 7 she came in.
She came in at 5 to 6, I think, wasn't it, this morning? It's not good for our sleeping patterns, it really isn't. We do worry. Not a lot. We do go sleep, but we still worry. Shady says, I bought a Boya BY-MM1 mic for use with my PC. I find I need to have it very close to get enough gain. I thought it would have a longer range as it's meant to be a camera mic. The BY-MM1, which one is that? I don't even know.
You've had that one, haven't you?
Is that the little shotgun?
Is that the one up there? Or have you moved it back over your side now?
Might be up over there. Yeah. Because the BY-MM1, yeah, is the shotgun that goes on top. And it does actually need to be, yeah, it does need to be quite close to you. Or have your gain set up very high. Finding? No, okay, no worries. There we go. O'Reilly says if there's any risk of arcing with the wall socket, then there's a possible high risk of starting a fire, especially if there's fuel sources next to the socket, i.e. paper, matches, etc. Wallpaper. Potentially, wallpaper can actually catch on fire. If you've got enough layers of it on an older house. All right, there's the Boya BYMM1. This is the Pro version. But yeah, if you're putting this into a PC, you'll probably find you need to up the gain. On the camera, depending on what camera you're doing, you probably won't need it as much, but it isn't a powered mic, so yeah. I'm trying to think what the sound to noise is. Sensitivity for the front mic is minus 32. And sensitivity is minus 32. So realistically, you're going to have to put at least 32 decibels of gain into it just to get a flat level. I think that's how it works. Baby U says, do you know Cherry MX1 keyboard maybe? Yes, I did have one of those, and did I send it to you? Did you win it? I sent it to somebody because they won it, I think. Did I give that away? Cherry MX? I can't remember. I might have done. Mick Woods says it was me. I'm only a couple of minutes late, but caught up now watching in real time. I'm in the market for a NAS to replace the Western Digital MyCloud. Quite expensive though. Well, you could always reuse the discs in your MyCloud. That's going to take a lot of the expense out of it. If you've got the MyCloud, I'm guessing it's the twin drive model. So 2 drives are going to be the best part of, well, a couple of £100 realistically, if it's like 4 terabytes or something. So yeah, there are some inexpensive NASs. We've got a video coming out, I think this week. Have we got the QNAP coming out this week?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
there's a QNAP video coming out this week for an actually relatively inexpensive one. It's a little bit higher spec than the previous Asus Store one we did, the really cheap entry level one. Not much more expensive, but more RAM and a little bit of a faster processor, so worth looking out for that. Baby U says, is it good? Oh, yeah, the Cherry MX1, yeah, it's fine. Didn't have RGB though, which upsets me. Especially for a keyboard.
Talking of keyboards, do you want to say who won the competition?
Oh, yes, keyboards, thank you, Kath. For those of you that entered the giveaway for the keyboard for the Silentium PC GK630, GK620, can't remember the model number now. Something along those lines. Anyway, we were doing a giveaway for a keyboard. Pleased to let you know, actually, one of our Discord members, Ghost Adder, won the keyboard, so that has been done. The draw has been done. He has replied as well, so that is going to be winging its way off to Ghost Adder very shortly, so congratulations to you. And actually, it's really nice that Ghost Adder is one of the moderators on our Discord, which, of course, you're more than welcome to join. So yeah, it's almost like a little bit of payback, so that worked out very nicely indeed. ClickTech Kev says, fix. It was done by Gleam. You literally press a button. There was 123 unique names, I believe. So it's pretty good odds. So yeah, congrats to Ghost Adder. Oh, he's in the chat. There we go. Nice one, Ghost Adder. You have a nice new shiny keyboard coming into you. And actually, I'm a bit gutted that it's not.
Send us his little one.
Eh? Yes, we'll have your little one in exchange.
We'll review it. That went ages ago, though, didn't it?
It's yeah, it's a really nice keyboard. It looks really nice. I just cannot get used to the American layout. I just genuinely can't. So that'll be winging its way to yeah, very, very shortly actually. That'll be, well, we'll try and get it out on Tuesday, although it'll probably be Wednesday, won't it? Wednesday collection now because of the bank holiday. Well, we might be able to arrange the collection for Tuesday. Anyway, it'll be sent out. Yeah, it's Kath's birthday on Tuesday, so I won't be working her too hard. I will put the whip back in the drawer. Send those parcels. Speak to those subscribers. That's what it's like here on a weekday. It's not. It's far, far from it. Mick Wood says you have that QNAP in my wish list on Amazon as one option, £200, 2 gigabytes of RAM. Yeah, that's the one. I think it is £200 exactly. Ugly Bob says fart in the box before you send it. That is very unkind, Bob. Although a fantastic idea.
Poppy Doras would be best.
Oh, yeah. I'll leave some cat food in there. See how quickly it rots down.
Oh, you could send some little cat food pouch. Chris cat.
Matthew Day says Kath's packing skills are legendary. They are.
We have to get rid of all that packing stuff.
We get loads of, because we do unboxings, we get loads of boxes and packaging, so we have to do some method of actually getting rid of it. So we try and send stuff as safe as physically possible and get rid of some stuff at the same time. So it does kill two birds with one Johnny.
You're going to choke.
Only Bob says, or mark the parcel, or use dildos. We used to do that back in the day when people used to come into the office at Casualty and say, oh, have you got some pictures of a certain set that's been done because they're redressing it? And back in the day, we used to put it onto a CD or a USB drive because this is before kind of technology was evolved. So am I allowed to, I suppose I probably am not allowed to say this on the stream, but I'll say the word backwards and then you'll understand what it is. So I just write on there, Lana JPEGs. So obviously if you reverse that word, you'll know exactly what I meant. So I just leave a disc on someone's desk, like one of the designers. There'd be a CD-ROM on their desk with a little post-it note on there saying Lana JPEGs. Or I write it on Sharpie on the disc. Those were the, that was, I don't know, the things we used to do for fun. Anyway, right, I need to clean a keyboard or two. So we've got two to do. Any preferences on which one I do first? This one is my personal favourite. This is my kind of pretty much daily driver. MSI's absolutely legendary GK50 Elite. This is the one with the box white switches. And they are super, super clicky. Listen to this. Obviously that's without the keycaps. The keycaps are actually very shallow, low profile keycaps. So this thing gives out so much brightness on the RGB LEDs. It's just, it's not even funny how much light these put out. Actually, I'm gonna plug it in. Now at the moment, we're under obviously studio light conditions. So if I plug this in, you'll see what it's like. It is very, very bright. Oh, standing on the not keyboard, standing on, ow, that hurt. There we go. There is the GK50. And you're probably not getting just how bright that is. It is kind of eye-piercingly bright. Actually, Kath, can you turn that light off a second, please?
I lose more and more of my chair every time.
So now you'll see what it's like. Kath says, very loud and annoying.
That was to Deathstroke.
So this is a, and actually, if I turn up the speed of the RGB, it is, that is kind of seizure inducing almost. It is almost a rainbow torch. So it has got an incredible level of RGB. Even from the front and the sides. So if you like your RGB keyboards and you like them to be clicky as all hell, this is definitely something to look for. And they're actually getting to be very cheap as well. They start out somewhere around the £100 mark. Sorry, Kath, can you put the light back on? But now you can get these a lot cheaper. I picked this up secondhand on eBay for about £50, I think it was. Might have been slightly less than that, maybe about 45, but I love it. It's so clicky. And it is quite slim on the desk as well, as Welly Bob just pointed out there. So there's not much of a kind of a forehead or much of a chin to it at all. It's all very compact. So it's a very, very stark contrast to my other keyboard, which I've used on a slightly more regular basis, which is Corsair's K70 Mark II RGB, which is, yeah, well, you can see. It's a considerably bigger beastie. They both have their pros and cons. Now the K70, the thing that really sold this to me, oh God, I'm going to destroy this, is actually something very daft, and that is the media keys in this top corner. I really am a sucker for these knurled wheel volume controls. I use that more often than it's not even funny how often I use it. Because obviously we work in this room and this is where we kind of live during the day. There's things that happen, people come around, the door goes, Kath's listening to something, the kids are saying something, just like boom, mute button. Volume down, volume up, it's just all there. I love this keyboard. If the MSI keyboard had that, that would not get a look in, it really wouldn't. There's a 500 RSDs from Marco. Marco says, when can we expect custom water cooling, aka one stream to rule them all? That is something we're still working on. I have actually reached out to, what's the company? Allseye. Allseye was the company that do a water cooling kit. They've agreed in principle to send it, but currently at the moment it isn't available in this region. So it's not available in the European Union. I'm not entirely sure why that is at the moment. They didn't disclose why, but they said as soon as it's available, they will definitely send us a kit, possibly even 2. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that. It might get to the point where I'm basically relying on you guys as well to be the eyes and ears. So if you see a water cooling kit, a custom water cooling kit, which you think is actually good value for money, and is something that would be a cool thing to do on a live stream, then let me know. Either email address at the bottom, you can see that, or tell me on the Discord, or if it's a really good deal, post it in the deals no chat room in our Discord, then we can share that deal with everybody, because I think it's something that quite a lot of people are getting involved in. But thank you for the super chat, Marco, do appreciate that. Arali says that media key is useful. I know. It's one of those things. Welly Bob says, who don't like knobs? Exactly. A volume knob on a keyboard is a really important thing to have. The fact that the ones underneath, you've got the media buttons there, I don't really use those a lot. Maybe the pause button every now and then. Fast forward, rewind, or stop, I don't think I've probably ever used, but the play and pause is very useful. The mute button on the top, but the volume roller is really nice. There's no notches to it at all, as you can hear. It just rolls around, so that is really, really nice. On the top, you've got quick access to some of the functions there. So you've got your lock button to lock out the media keys. You've also, and the Windows key. You've got your lighting button, profiles, etc. The sad thing about Corsair is obviously you have to use Corsair software, which isn't always the best. Some people love it. I struggle with it, I'll be honest with you. I've been doing tech stuff for many, many years, more years than I care to remember. And of all of the softwares, I would say the Corsairs is probably one of the more difficult for me to get into. And I don't know why. A lot of people find it very straightforward and simple. Whether or not it's like, if you've been used to a certain method of doing things and then you try and change, it just doesn't make sense. Maybe it is that. Maybe I just need to spend more time with it. I don't know. But anyway. So this keyboard has the red switches and is linear. No, actually Cherry Reds. Yes, they're linear. So there's no tactile bump to them, but you've still got a bit of a click to them. A bit clicky. So yeah, you get what that sounds like. This one as well I picked up secondhand on Facebook Marketplace. Again, these are normally somewhere in the region of about 80 to 100 pounds, depending where you're shopping. I picked this up, I think it was 55, maybe 50. It's still a lot of money for a keyboard. Don't get me wrong, but I'd say of the two, I do tend to prefer using the MSI one. I do like the keys, the way they're slightly dished. These seem to be a bit flatter. These do feel nice, and I do like that clacky noise. But as you can probably see, I'm not sure if you can, where I've been eating these pastas we keep on talking about, you can see some of the keys that don't get used very often along the outer edges don't have much of a sheen to them, whereas the ones here, you can definitely see there is a slightly more of a sheen to it on certain angles. In fact, they look a little bit darker, as if they've been kind of oiled, which they I guess they have from my fingers, etc. And you can see from the space bar,
That bad.
there's a few marks. Yeah, it's basically pasty grease, to be fair.
Lamb and mint.
And there's definitely a bit of lamb and mint in between the keys there. So anyway, I think I should start cleaning it. Let's clear some room here.
David Thompson says they always photograph keyboards before pulling the key tops off.
Taking a photograph of the keyboard before you take the tops off is a fantastic idea. And that is something that I was about to do, but I've just remembered I've left my phone over on the other side.
Because you knew you'd need it.
Yeah, I knew I'd need it, so I just
Where is it?
put it somewhere else. I suppose ideally I could just do that and just go on the overhead. So right, there it is, that's what it looks like.
And then get me to rewind.
Oh, God.
You won't be able to see it on your phone.
Let's see if I can zoom.
Mr. Hydrated
There we go.
got their K65 today.
Oh, K65, nice. I quite like the K65 as well, and the K55. Right, so let's take a picture of this. Oh, what's that? YouTube Studio. Ugly Bob's just commented on something. Let's try and get a decent pic of that. I'll not remember it. let's be fair. It's not going to get remembered. And I'll just... Right. So, I suppose, really, first of all, I would just do that. Any of the larger bits should fall out then.
You should do mine.
And actually, can I have the vacuum attachment from the kitchen, please? Next up is we'll give it a little bit of a vacuum. Get Old Faithful on the go. This actually was a vacuum we reviewed ages ago, the Tinaco. I think it's the S11? Was it the S1? I don't know. But I actually use this so often. Actually looking at the keys now, I can see how greasy they actually are. Not sure if it's coming out on the camera.
Headphone users beware.
Oh yeah, headphone users beware, by the way. A little bit late for that, but
That cut needs a dishwasher.
it does.
You let the full cold in there, you go.
Okay, so that's going to be getting the majority of it off, I would hope. So we have got a small plastic container. So we're going to have, this is going to be like when you're washing a car. So we're going to have the wash bucket and the clean bucket. So can you actually, just so we know which one is which, can you use some of this detergent?
Chemicals.
Bit of chems. So can you put some warm water in there, please, Kath? And also some warm water in that one.
Hot. Water.
Yes, yeah, hot, hot, hot. Lucky Man says, blast, did me lugs out, thanks for the clean. Waldo135 says, Mike, it's pretty weird that it's the socket because the house was built around 2017. Modern houses are built rubbish. Anyone who's had a house built in the last 30 to 40 years will pretty much, unless they've built it themselves, they will agree that houses are nowhere near as well built as they used to be. Everything's done on the cheap now. So electricians come in, they pay as little as possible, especially if you're buying from like usual things like kind of like your Wimpeys, your Barretts, Red Row homes, that sort of stuff. They basically build a house as cheap as they possibly can to maximise their profit. They don't build it because they love building houses. Yeah, I think it will be. Yeah. So I would not be as surprised. And to be honest with you, even saying that, I've gone round, when we bought this house about 20 years ago, we stripped everything out and we had the whole house rewired. And the electrician that did it, he was pretty cheap as well, and he did things, again, quite quickly. And even so, we found that some of the brass screws came loose. I've had the occasional socket, and in fact, our kitchen light socket got quite warm. And I was like, why is that warm? And it's above a radiator, and I think it was just a radiator. But when it was cold and the radiator was off, the switch felt a little bit warm, and it turned out it was exactly the same thing. The little brass screws on the back weren't tightened up enough, and the wires were kind of a little bit loose and generating that resistance. So it's not unheard of, it does happen quite a lot. Right, so we've got our 2 buckets here. So we've got one which is our one with cleaning solution, and we've got another one here which is just our everyday stuff. Now you should really, I suppose, use a keycap puller, but you guys know me. So we're just going to go off and take all of them off. This will take ages, isn't it? This is the sort of job I should have an assistant for, Kath.
I'll do it for you if you want. Put it over here.
If you do it off camera, it's not very exciting for the ladies and gentlemen.
Not exciting on camera, to be fair.
It's to be honest, yeah, thanks for that. Kath is absolutely right. So we've got some alcohol aftershave. I don't know why I brought that down actually. I don't think I'm going to need that at all. So that's enough of that.
T-shirt tan going on there, haven't you?
I have got a bit of a t-shirt tan. Check me out with my t-shirt tan. I'm never going to remember where these keys go back on.
You won't be able to see your phone.
Yeah. I might just guess where the keys go after and just then do my YouTube replies tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon when I answer all the YouTube questions. I might just do it and just hope for the best, and basically you'll get the response that the keys want to give you rather than what they should be.
They keep saying put it in the dishwasher.
One word. I'm not putting it in the dishwasher. See, Linus Tech Tips put those keyboards in the dishwasher. I would love to know, as an update after doing that, how many of them still work. Now, obviously, Linus doesn't care because he is a multi-millionaire and he basically spunks money faster than he can make. Well, he can't get rid of money fast enough. So to him, if he's got a £50 keyboard or a £100 keyboard, if it gets killed, he'd be like, okay, we'll buy another 10 of them just to see. I'm not in that position, and I think that most people in the real world aren't either. So I wouldn't put a keyboard in the dishwasher out of respect for the product itself, because I paid for it, and also out of respect for you guys, because I know that there's a majority of you out there that possibly haven't got a pot to piss in. So putting a keyboard, an expensive keyboard, in the washing machine or dishwasher or whatever, to me seems a little bit disingenuous. It's almost like a big F you to the people that are watching, saying, look, I got so much money, I don't care. That does sound a little bit salty, I'll agree. And it probably is to some extent. I wish I had money to burn like that. I think probably most of you do as well. You add the right soundtrack and some slow motion shots and you can make looking through regular garbage look amazing. LOL, referencing CSI. That's true. Dutch Jan says, I always do it. What, you always use a dishwasher? See, I'd be terrified to put any computer component, basically anything electrical, in the dishwasher. I've seen what it does to plates. I think we're going to need a bigger dishwasher. Oh dear.
They're not as good now as they used to be, are they, dishwashers?
I'm actually quite terrified how dirty this is. I knew it was going to be dirty, but I didn't think it would be quite this bad.
Have you cleaned it since you bought it?
No.
So that's somebody else's.
This is not only my filth on here, this is someone else's filth from the previous owner. I did give it a quick vacuum and all that kind of stuff, and I did attempt to clean it, but I didn't take the keys off. I was like, F that. I'm not taking the keycaps off. Do you think I am mental? And now what am I doing? I'm taking the keycaps off because clearly I'm mental. Darren says, use ultrasonic clear for them keys, Mike. Hi, Kath. Ultrasonic clear. Or ultrasonic cleaner. Mark Point says, thanks to Tech Yes City, I've learned you can clean your computer parts with soap and water. You definitely can. There's a lot of products on the market which you can clean computer stuff with, and it comes out really well. One that I use quite frequently is the Wins glass and dash cleaner. That's brilliant. And it brings up stuff to basically how it was brand new. It's very good. The whole WD-40 thing is a little bit rubbish. I've seen Tech Yes do that before now. And it's fine, it looks good for a little while, but it soon... Well, WD-40 is basically designed to evaporate. There we go. We have a naked keyboard. Woo! I don't think there's really anything else I can take apart. I kind of want to take... I kind of want to take it apart further, but I don't think that's a good idea. Right, so I'm going to agitate. Oh, there's some ASMR right there. Do you know, that smells really nice. You smell it? It smells really nice. Talk amongst yourselves. Cool, yeah. I might do that. Yeah, if I put the RGB on now, you'll see exactly how bright that is. And it is very bright. Let's do that. Because you know I love RGB. I was working out, see if I could put an RGB strip in it somehow. Just to make it even brighter. Cool, blimey. Yeah. Now the LEDs, if you get on the right angle, I can actually see the RGBs going up and down the wall.
Does it feel like pie?
That is pretty bright. Does it feel like pie?
Swirling in your bowl.
Yeah. Turn the light off as that, Kath, please. You're getting pissed off at it, aren't you? I can tell.
I use more and more of my chair every time. Flame just
Look at it.
taking up too much room.
Look at what it's doing to the desk.
Do it on your head.
That is one bright puppy. Disco, 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 disco. RGB intensifies. I should have done that with the glasses on.
Go on then.
Here's a meme if I ever saw one. Okay, that's enough of that. Back to the real world. Use the keyboard for super chat. I could actually, couldn't I? It is ridiculously bright. Can you see it on the overhead?
Ali Mike Seagal.
Ali Mike Seagal. Right, let's unplug that. All I can say is fair play MSI, because yeah, when it comes to addressable RGBs, I think they've actually they've cornered the market there. So we're going to use just a brush here to do that. Bends. Oh, there's actually quite big chunks come off of that. Captain Meat says that reminds me of Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I should have done the noises. I could have got copyright strikes. Boo, 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 boo. Letters with us. RGB is attacking the planet. What did Ben say? I can't see Ben's.
Are you going to do another affordable game and PC build for 2022?
I will be doing an affordable PC build. I've actually got my eyes on an RTX 2060. Huh?
You're on that camera.
Oh yeah, sorry. I have actually got my eyes on a RTX 2060 on the used market. They seem to be going for about the £200 mark now, which actually is kind of a lot better than where they were. So we are getting to that point where affordable PCs are going to start becoming a thing. And actually, I've noticed now, with this keyboard actually having the keycaps taken off, I didn't realise before actually how nice the aluminum, or aluminum, didn't realise how nice this top plate actually was. So you've got brushed aluminium with the MSI logo on there. And they've actually put the logo embossed into it and then brushed over it. So the brushed aluminium effect is done after the printing. It's actually really nice. It's a nice kind of, it changes colour depending on the light. So it goes from like a almost charcoal to kind of like almost like a bluey colour.
Tap it upside down on the desk because there's no keys to trap dirt now.
Yeah, whoever said that, tap it upside down. Stuart, thank you. Ooh, there is some bits coming off it. If any of you wants to build up your immune system, come and lick this. There's enough bacteria and goodness on here to keep you going for months. It really, really is. So now I need to get something...
Probiotic keyboard.
Yeah, here's a probiotic keyboard. This will put bacteria in your gut one way or the other. Now I'm trying to work out what's going to be the best and quickest way of actually getting to some of this grime in here. I have got... Actually... I have got the magnifying glass so I can verify. Ooh. I'm sure I've seen things moving down there. Right, I'm tempted to go with the idea of just a bit damp cloth. I think that would remove quite a lot, so let's go with that. And I can agitate the keys as well. It'd be nice to get this actually looking like new. Right, let's have a go. So
That's where it went wrong for getting it.
What's that?
He fell in love with his keyboard.
Did he?
I don't know.
Yeah, Bitwit fell in love with his keyboard and it ended his marriage, bless him. That's not actual facts, that's just conjecture. If anyone's watching from the legal department. So this is going to take ages. I'm going to go all Linus now and start dropping things. Now, I'm sure this is probably going to be easier. There is actually quite a little bit of dirt coming off of this. It will be worth it.
Do you want a toothbrush?
I haven't got a toothbrush, but I would probably need one. Well, I've got the thing. Oh, the thing I just chucked on the floor. I wonder if that might be better, actually, to use that.
To use what?
Tell you what, headphone users beware. I'm going to give it another go over with the bristles on the vacuum. So 3, 2, 1, and you're back in the room. Yeah, I think that's what I might do. Hey? Who said that? You? Right, I think that'll do. Whoever said, have you got the vacuum on the highest setting? I should have done that,
Should be doing this video.
but I didn't want to do it too loudly, but being as you said, I can blame you if the noise is too bad. Rick H says, there's something very satisfying, or no, satiating about watching Mike clean a keyboard. A man and his keyboard. Is that a cat spinning around in the vac? Actually, yeah, it probably is. All that grit, that's from the keyboard. It's not, I'm joking. I jest. So yeah, I guess I could use something. To be fair, that is actually pretty good. And at a kind of a quick visual, you wouldn't look at it and think, actually that's disgusting. But there are some areas which are going to need a little bit more attention, I believe. Is that actually visible? So there is a bit in here. I suppose going along like this isn't going to do too much harm. And it'll be interesting to see how dirty the cotton bud actually gets. Getting in between the key switches is always one of those little problematic things. And there's a hair there actually, which we've missed.
Is it one of yours?
No, it's a ginger pube. God damn ginger pubes! Don't want ginger pubes. Oh, that was the guy who bought it off. He had ginger hair.
I wonder if he's watching.
If he's watching, dude.
You could have
Seriously,
done that,
dude, if you're watching and I've actually, that is one of your ginger pubes. A, if you want it back, it's yours. B, I apologise for outing your ginger pubeness.
When I first used eBay, I did find somebody's ginger pubes on there. They were actually selling.
I'd imagine ginger pubes would probably be a sought after thing in some places.
There were virgin ones as well, apparently.
Virgin ginger pubes.
Yeah.
Wow. On eBay.
That was back in the day and you could sell things. Anything.
People used to sell all kinds of weird stuff on eBay. This is actually coming up quite nicely.
Wasn't there like half a burger that Justin Bieber had half eaten?
Look at that.
Something on there.
Ugh. Gross. Anyway. This is actually really therapeutic, I've got to be honest with you. I thought this was going to be one of those things where I actually hated doing, like decorating and stuff, when you've got loads to do. But actually this isn't too bad. I've done worse things. And probably most of them on a stream. I think really though, you do need to be kind of concentrating a bit because you're probably going over areas which you've already done before. And probably missing out sections as well. So you kind of probably need to do it in a logical way. I'm a typical ex-stoner in that respect. Did you ever see the thing where they had the demonstration of a spider? And the spider had like a normal spider making a web, a spider on coffee, a spider on cannabis, and a spider on speed. And the various webs that they would make. Now, obviously, the normal spider makes a perfect web and it looks really good and it was finished to completion. The one on caffeine, it was like all over the place, but it finished it. The one on cannabis basically started doing the web and then you could see it just got bored of it and just pissed off somewhere else. And the one that was using coke or whatever it was, or on acid or something, it was just all over the place again. It was very interesting. So the moral of the story is I'm going to be doing this very much like the cannabis spider. So I'm probably going to do bits and then just get bored and think, F it, I'm going to put it all back together and just forget I even started this. Although to be fair, it's looking nice, it's looking better.
Mark points at ex-stoner. His mama told me quittings for losers.
Yeah. Mama didn't raise no quitter. It's surprising actually how much dirt is coming off of this. Even though it looked clean. So I'm being really hesitant about using too much water on this. Because I don't think that is a particularly good idea. And actually, I can see where I've gone over. And although the dirt has been lifted somewhat.
Bang! And the dirt is gone.
Yeah,
Maybe you should use some Sillet Bang.
there are some areas where I can see it's trapped the dirt a little bit. So maybe the dishwasher might be the better idea. I might try this in the dishwasher one day. But only if it gets to the point where the keyboard's kind of semi not working. I don't think I could do it with a new working keyboard. I think I would literally be there sat watching the dishwasher timer, the program, be watching it and like just tears forming. Thinking, oh my god, my keyboard. Although saying that, we could try it with Ghost Adder's keyboard before we send it to him.
You do ugly both socks while you're at it.
I could do Ugly Bob socks.
Is it removable switches?
I don't think they are. I think the switches are actually... I've got to be honest, I've never tried to remove them.
Oh, that'll be another layer of you putting that together.
I don't think they do come out. No, they don't want to come out. If there's somebody out there who's got a GK50 Elite with the box whites and they are removable switches, let me know. But I'm always a little bit hesitant to tug a switch too much, just in case. Right, let's get another, more ammo. Need another. Oh, that's got a little bit of a clinker hanging off. Actually, I think I've done a reasonably bang tidy job. I might not bother using this one again, I might just put it straight back on eBay. X-Demo keyboard, as seen on Mike's unboxing. Now contains absolutely zero DNA. I wonder if you could get a job as a professional keyboard cleaner. That'd be awesome. You'd be the most chilled out person in the world. I don't think you'd earn much money though. In that sort, there are some little dings in this keyboard, I think. Is it dings? No, it's not. It's just really, really heavily congealed dirt.
Throw the other one in the dishwasher, quick wash, and if it goes bad, we'll have a whip round for a new one. I'd rather have a walnut whip.
Yeah. Who said that? Who's trying to get me to try? Stuart, try the other one in the dishwasher, quick wash. How long does the quick wash take?
It takes quite a while, I think. I don't use it. I use intensive.
We might do this if the wash cycle is low enough on the keyboard. Thing is, we're still gonna have to wait for it to dry out, though, aren't we? Pac-Man says, I still think he's going to have a custom layout on that keyboard when he's done. You're probably right. You are probably right there.
30 minutes.
It's a 30-minute cycle. What do you reckon? Should we try it? Right. Let's have a quick vote in the chat there. Do I put my Corsair K70 Mark II RGB in the dishwasher for 30 minutes and see if it actually works?
You could do a poll, couldn't you?
I can't imagine it's going to work after 30 minutes because it has to be left for days to dry, I'm sure. Welly Bob says, don't dishwasher it, mate. Absolutely no. So that's one side of the coin. Waldo135 says yes. Glenn says it takes too long to dry for the stream. Baby you saying no. The letter saying dry it with compressed air. Definitely no. Lucky Man says yes. Sounds good. No soap. Bandy says no. Lucky Man says yes. Battens says no.
Put a poll on so you can see it. Easily.
I will. I don't think I can do a poll, can I, from there? No, you can't do the poll from there. Used to be able to do that. I'd have to dry it with a hairdryer. Like I've got a hairdryer. Right, I think that's actually very clean.
Put the cat in the dishwasher. That's so
Put the cat in the
cool.
dishwasher? Who's saying that?
Shut up, she loves doing the washing machine.
She would actually do that. Not Kath, the thing.
The cat, she'd go in.
Bob says we should all join hands and hail Satan for the keyboard's soul. Ultrasonic wash is done with base. I think ultrasonic is literally what it says. So it sends ultrasonic pulse frequencies through the cleaning medium. So either water or whatever it is, like an ultrasonic toothbrush. It basically vibrates the water like loads. Right, I think that is about as good as it's going to get. It feels lighter, not unsurprising. What does that say?
Mad for it, our kid. He's a good.
That actually doesn't look bad at all. It does look a little bit weird. Oh no, that's the dragon's claws. They're supposed to look weird. That actually, it feels nice. It feels nice and clean. See if there's any bits I've missed. Calf hates his keyboard. It's not a very other person friendly keyboard, to be fair. Rick H says $10 towards your next RGB keyboard. Thank you, sir. I think I've actually just put more dirt actually into the keyboard by using that bloody brush. That was a big rookie mistake. And now the keyboard has got its own RGB. Thank you, Rick. Mark says I would have used IPA and the paintbrush. I need to buy some IPA actually. That's something I'm definitely going to do. I keep on thinking I'll get some of that and then I forget to get it. So I am going to get some IPA. Kath, remind me tomorrow or some other point in the near future to get some IPA.
Buy some IPA, Babs.
Thank you. That does look like new. Look at the shine on that. My head. Shady says, have you ever noticed the MSI Dragon logo is also a small girl's face? What? What? Hey? How can you see that? A small girl's face. Fortunately, I'm not seeing that.
Let me have a look.
Can you see a small girl's face in that?
In where?
The MSI logo.
Can't see any logo. Oh.
Pac-Man says, Rick, I was thinking the same thing. Oh, isn't IPA a beer? Yes, it is. O'Reilly says you can get a IPA infused cloths, much like a pocket of lens wipes. That's cool.
Kind of. It's like the hair at the top, isn't it? And that's the eye. And then a little scratched up mouth. Maybe.
Okay, the jury's out on that. I'm not entirely convinced I can see that. Maybe it's like a magic eye. And I can't quite see it. Right, so I'm relatively confident that that is okay. Relatively. So, moment of truth. Let's get me digits out, or my keycaps. Let's call them, because that's what they are. Now this is going to be a more difficult thing. How am I going to clean keycaps? I'm guessing these should pretty much be clean out of the box, or should I actually do something else with them? There's so many in there, and they're actually quite lightweight as well, so I don't want to damage them. Salad spinner, that's what we need. Mark Point says I'll have whatever drugs Shady's having. Well, Kath's having them as well by the look of it. Shady says it stands out better. I'm going to do that. I'm going to look up... Shady, find me a really good example of it and post it on our Discord in the general chat. I actually want to see that. Matthew Day says stir with a brush. That's probably a really good thing. Darren says, would you drink that for a million? Yeah, of course I would. I'd come back for seconds. It's got eucalyptus in. It'll be cleansing. I'll have clean pipes, let's say. These keycaps are going to smell really nice. Not the most scientific way of doing this, but hey ho. Right, I'm guessing I should just lay them out on here. But they really, I suppose, they want to be dried individually because otherwise... Oh, that's what I wanted that for, isn't it? Silly boy. So once they're clean, stick them in there.
Can't you just put them all in a microfiber and then just spin it around, lasso it?
Yeah, and then if I put them in a microfiber and spin them round, you know what's going to happen? It's going to be like, whoosh, they're going to go everywhere around the room.
It'd be fun, wouldn't it?
It'd be fun, but not for me, because I'm going to have to pick them up.
At least we know they're mixed up enough for you to do the jigsaw in a minute.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, talking of jigsaws, any of you out there that have bought the cheapo iFixit type style kit that Kath and myself have posted on the Discord and also in the community tab, don't open the lid with it upside down. Because seriously, they went in everywhere. And trying to put them back in, they're labelled what they are. But it's done in such a way that it just makes you, like, your brain hurt. So you're trying to put them back in, it says pH2 or star 5 or whatever it is. And it's impossible. It takes hours. It just confuses you. O'Reilly says, keep the cats away if you spin them with a microfiber, else a cat might eat a keycap. Yeah, and these actually would be very, very difficult to replace. That is something which... Don't worry about the cats, clearly.
Yeah, so evil.
That's fine. I'm not being horrible to cats.
They won't eat them anyway, they just pick them.
Oh God, that nearly went everywhere. Imagine that. That would be not good. Oh, looking for a pea. The water actually, this come off of these keys, is pretty filthy. I'll give you a close-up of it in a moment because...
Well, it looks darker than the other one, but then it did have blue stuff in it, didn't it?
Yeah.
And the other one doesn't look...
Well, it looks more brown.
It looks like grey from the side.
Come on, Mike, roll the dice and get snake eyes. His key cleaning skills are over 9,000. Oh, it's going to be so nice to have a nice clean keyboard. I'm not sure whether it's worth all this hassle. You need your hairdryer, Mike, to get them keycaps. I haven't got... Why would I have a hairdryer? What am I going to do, dry my back? Snake eyes. Any lettering left? Yeah, these are double shot PBT capped keys. So even if I scraped at them, the legend won't come out.
Ugly Bob's got a rolled up carpet in the boot if you'd want to get rid of the DNA on that.
I'll tell you what, that soap stuff smells bloody lovely. I like the smell of eucalyptus, but it's got something else with it as well, which I'm not too sure what, which gives it a really nice kind of warm smell. Not sure. Nice though.
Hot water.
Yeah. It's hot water, it smells warm. No, Mike, that's steam. You F-tard. Right. So we're in the rinse cycle. I'm assuming. There we go. So that is what the water is like with those in, and that's what it's like with that. So it's not really easy to tell, but there's definitely it's definitely not as clean and clear as it was.
DNA to it.
It's got some DNA in there. It's definitely got some lamb in mint pasty from Redland Bakery. Quick shout out to Redland Bakery there. Sponsors of Mike's Unboxing, Fat and Wellbeing, of course.
Bring back memories of playing in the sink.
It does, it does.
You were ever bathed in a washing up tub?
I used to get bathed in a washing up tub. If I could find a picture, I'd post it. Cheers, Pete. I'm not too sure what's the best way of doing this, really. There probably isn't. Gary Sciatta, put them in the clothes dryer. I don't have a clothes dryer. That's a thing for modern rich people. Right, let's see if I can guess one of the letters which lands face up on this. So, face up letters. I'm not even sure what letters are in this handful. I'm looking for a V. Oh.
What's stuck on your hand? V.
Control, which works with V. For pasting. Ah, dear. Kath, I might need you to dry these keys off or something. Chris, can I answer Chris? Chris Saban, or Saban, should I get Kiwis banana splits or NK silk yellow switches for my Alpine 65? You lost me at Kiwis, if I'm completely honest with you. I've never tried any of the kind of more exotic keys or switches, which actually I really would like to. And funny enough, there has been a number of companies which have reached out to us and said, would you like to try our wooden keyboard with XYZ switches? And there was a company called, I think it was just mechanicalkeyboards.com or something, or computerkeyboards.com, who actually said, like, do you want to do a sponsored spot for our keyboards? And it's like, well, it's not really my thing. But the more I'm using mechanical keyboards, the more I'm beginning to think it possibly is my thing. What do you want, the keys?
Yeah, when you're finished.
Okay, because you're right in the light, Soz. And that one ain't on.
That's making your hand look better.
Come on.
Maybe we won't play Monopoly this week.
We won't play Monopoly. I want a V. Lucky S. And Y. It's not working out, is it? Pac-Man says, Mike, off topic, but did you ever watch Dave Allen at Large? No, Dave Allen, the Dave Allen show, I think, was just slightly before my kind of bedtime cut-off type thing. Ugly Bob says, we all want the V, don't we? Letter. Oh, God. I didn't even think about that. Bob, your mind is in the gutter, as always. I don't know. I got a 6. Or is it a 9? I can never tell.
Excuse me.
Right.
You'd have been better off doing a 6 or a 9. You could have lied either way.
This is actually not... That's probably a good idea.
I told you. Let's spin it around. No, make sure it's all sealed.
It's sealed.
It's not, because it's got
It's
holes.
Sealed. Don't worry, it's fine.
That's it. Now spin it
No,
around.
because the space bar's in my hand now. Space bar's too... I'm going to take the space bar out.
I can try that.
Still grubby. Right. Oh. It's quite... Ah, I got it in my eye. Oh, that eucalyptus shit smells nice, but it stings like fuck. Ow. You'll be blinded now. Thank you, MSI.
Put those glasses on.
Yeah, actually, let's put my safety goggles on. There we go. Now I can...
Hold it tight.
I'm holding it tight, it's fine. Don't worry, it's good. Right. Can you feel that? Look, I got... Look. No, I'm on the wrong camera. Look. It's like a painter's radio. That's surprisingly wet, she said. James Messina says, that should remind you of the first time you asked Kath out and she maced you. It's Bono. Oh, God. I better start up a charity company and take 99% of the money. political. Oh, these are looking... I haven't broken any. There's something oddly satisfying about doing this. They do look rather nice and clean. Right, Kath, I think that's got your name written all over it. Because I need to... Actually, if you dry them really slowly, that'd be better, because it'll give me time to work out where the feck on the keyboard they actually go. I don't... Judging by the time, I think the K70 is probably going to be a bad idea to start. So I'm not going to start the K70 for now.
Oh, John only just joined.
John. Hello, John.
Did he see you in your full kit?
John Sullivan. Booyakasha. Yeah, he was in early doors. Oh, Christ. Right, actually, if I get that water over there, because that's probably going to need to go away before I do something with it.
Moaning.
I need an assistant. I keep on telling you. I'm telling you. Me, Shaggy, and Ali G. I can't stop wearing this. I actually do quite like it. Defo looking like Moby tonight. It's Lego. You're right, it is, Darren. It is Lego. It does feel exactly like Lego. Matthew Day says Greg would do each one individually with a cotton bud and isopropyl. Yeah, but he's a bit weird. I like him, but he's a bit weird. A little bit too weird. Lovely guy though. I'd actually like to meet him one day. And being that he is over in one of my favourite areas of the United States, I would actually quite like to meet up with him one day.
Who's that?
Cool. The chain.
Elvis.
No, oh, Greg Salazar. From Greg Salazar. Tesco extracts, available for your hands and keyboards, only £1. Although it's probably about £1.50 now. That's inflation for you. Mark Point says, Mike, the man of 1,000 faces. Yeah, and each one of them good for radio. Alessa says, I do most of my typing with my eyes shut. If you've read any of Alessa's books, that will make a lot of sense. Unlike the words. My dyslexia doesn't bother me that way. That's good that you can do that. I can't. I struggle to touch type. I struggle to type looking at the keyboard, to be fair. I think I have, like, is it dyspraxia? Where you tell your body to do something and it's like, nah.
I think it's more dyslexia.
Nah. Or just...
This got spell.
It's just my stoner thing, isn't it? It's just like, my stoner thing is like, I can't be fucked to do this. I really can't. So it's like, well, the Q's right up in that corner. Well, W's pretty close, so let's just go with W for now. Because it's in that ballpark, so they'll be fine. Only Bob says Mike can do 1,001 balloon animals. All of them are snakes. There is a lot of potential snakes we could do with balloon animals. Welly Bob says my tipping sucks. We've all done that. O'Reilly says I can touch my semi. Oh no, sorry. I can semi-touch type. But it really does depend on my focus, and I'm not perfect. Well, once your semi is not semi, then it'll be perfect. Bandy says, let Kerry Holzman clean the other one. I would like to clean it by smashing it around his face. I don't condone violence, but the keyboard would hopefully absorb most of the impact. They're springy switches. Riley says, thank you, Mike, for that. You're welcome. James Miscellaneous says, I just vacuumed my membrane keyboard. I will get a mechanical when they have a 107 key layout, which doesn't have the gap between the up arrow and the end key. The gap's there for a reason. So when you're playing games, you don't accidentally press end and come out of the menu. if you've not used box switches before, the Kale box switches, I actually really like these. They're nice and clicky, as I said before. They're actually not that difficult to press. There's quite a low force needed for them. And you definitely know when you've pressed it because it's got that definite notch. It's unmistakable, that notch. And because they're square, they're extremely stable as well. Obviously with a stem switch, because it's like basically a cross-headed screwdriver, there's lots of areas that aren't covered. But with a literal square that surrounds that cross, it's like super stable, and the switches themselves actually the stems themselves in the switch, there's not very much movement at all. They're very solid, so you don't get that key wobble or whatever it is. It's cool. James Machine says you can't hit a shellless turtle. You can certainly try. That's all part of fun. It's like whack-a-mole.
Do you want some to go on with?
Yeah, let's have some keys. Let's see if we can get started. I'm not sure which one's going to go where, but we'll try. Mark MC says, if you don't put the keys back on properly, everyone will know you can't type even with your eyes open. I think that's absolutely right. There's a couple that I know I'm going to definitely right. The space bar, clearly, because obviously, well, space bar.
Dime bar.
That feels nice. And enter key. You can't go wrong with the enter key. For those of you watching from around the world, that is what an enter key is supposed to look like. Like that. An enter key. It's big and chunky and it says enter on it. Yeah, just checking. It does actually say enter on it. None of this half height, half shift key nonsense.
Didn't they used to say return?
Yeah, I think it might have done actually. Alt. Ooh, now I'm struggling. Alt. Is it left alt or is it right alt or alt alt? Now, the colour, I know that one. Oh, Y. Oh, now we're in deep shit. QWERTYUIOP. Yes, QWERTY.
You'd be good at this because you can do the school register from when you were in junior school.
This is gonna get hardcore soon. Page down number 3. Oh, where does? Oh no. Page down. So that must be down there because it says page down. Because they wouldn't have down at the top, would they? That'd be just stupid talk. And that is a 9. So that is going to be.
Is it a 9?
I don't know.
Or is it 6?
It looks like a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. Lucky man, £2 says Orlando, Florida for Greg Salah. Yes, I do want to go to Florida. There's a couple of people there actually I'd quite like to meet in Florida. Right, control, no idea. So we might have to get the map out for that one. Very lucky man.
Do you need more?
I can have some more keys, please, because I'm losing.
I thought that was going to be a super chat to end the
What is that
stream.
one there? That is a. Is that an O?
A?
Is that an O or a D? I can't tell what that is.
0.
Well, it might be. I think it could
Can
be.
you tell by the depth? They're all different depths.
Are they?
I think so.
Oh, right. So that is a 9 then for the top. Top row 9.
Some are deeper than others and I'm wiping them out.
This is harder than it looks. Or at least I'm making it look harder than it looks. If that makes any sense at all. Actually, yeah, that is a top 9, isn't it? So, backspace, I haven't gotten a clue. I'm really struggling. This is like the world's shittest jigsaw. Caps lock, that has got to be, ooh. Caps lock. Caps lock has got to be there. There's a keyboard in front of me. I could just look at that, couldn't I? No, actually, no, I'm not going to look at that. That's making it way too easy. Right, there's an L for loser. Escape key, can't go wrong with the escape key. Top row, top left, boom, get in. Right, so that's the 3, so that has got to be... Oh, now I'm screwed, because that is a big 3. That's a little 3. I didn't look at the depths of the sides of the keys, did I? That was a rookie mistake. So... 3. No, yeah, 3 is the 4th one in, isn't it? And that doesn't want to fit, so maybe it's an E. Where's the indentation? No, right, it's definitely... No, hang on. Why is it going that way? Have you twisted this round? Because it's sloping that way. But why would it slope that way? If it slopes that way, that makes it an E.
But then you've got the little groove in the middle, haven't you, to show it's the rainy day?
No, this hasn't got a groove. Oh, it's an M. It's an M. Hallelujah. Right, where the bloody hell does an M go? Somewhere around here, isn't it? At the bottom. Right, I'm going to do it there. So I'm going to have 2 layouts. I'm going to have a bottom layout. How many layers I forgot? 1, 2. This is hard work. Don't clean them too quickly. Right, so there's a 1, but it's also a 8. No, tell a lie, it's an arrow key.
Do you want your glasses?
No, it's not. I did take a picture. I don't want to rely on a picture because that's going to ruin it for me. Yeah, that's an arrow, but it's also an 8. What is that? Kath, imagine of Mike go back in time. He could have taken a photo of the keyboard before the clean. I did take a picture, but it's going to be on... I'm not going to be able to see that. Do you think I am? Like 20? Right. Oh. Right. How do I turn off the rotation stupidness?
I think that's in that pull down menu.
It probably is, but I think I removed it. Ah, there, rotation lock. There we go. Bada boom. Right. Should have taken it the right way up. So where does that key live? Do 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 do. Where does the 8 go? Aha! So it is an 8. So that goes in the position there. Okay. 3 page down. We got that right. Awesome. Escape. Yep, definitely got that one right. Caps. Yep. Awesome. So the 9 is, ooh. So we've got backspace plus minus 9. No, 0, 9.
I can sort of see that face on it now.
Can you?
Yeah, but on the key.
Oh. Right, M goes, so shift, question mark, forward thing, backward thing, M. Let's have a look.
I've got to see it again now. So that's like her hair. That's like the eyes. It's a bit vague. It's quite vague, but you can sort of see it.
Right. Okay, so control.
Oh, there's loads more.
Yeah, there's probably about 120 or so.
Don't even wipe up the washing up.
Oh dear, I wish I never started this. If this works properly after, I'll be impressed. It's coming together now, folks. Genuine excitement. Oh, I've already got a control, so there's another control. Take control. What have we got here? Scroll lock. Ooh. Ooh, scroll lock. That's one of the ones at the top, isn't it? So.
Ah, that's a good one. Patrick LaBelle.
What's Patrick LaBelle said? Patrick LaBelle. Plug the keyboard, then use notepad to find the correct place.
I'd work on all the letter keys.
That's, yeah.
But not the others. But that's quite a good one.
Kath, you got to hide the keys around the room and make Mike do a scavenger hunt. It'd be like Easter all over again, but less chocolatey. more keyboard-like. Oh, what's that one? That's a... Well, that's got an exclamation mark on it. But it's also got something else. No, where is the exclamation mark go on a keyboard?
Number 1.
Oh, that is a 1. I thought it was a pipe. It looks like a...
one for about 10 minutes.
It looks like a pipe.
Pipe?
Yeah, you know, pipe. You smoke them.
What would that be on a keyboard for?
I don't know, it's MSI. They do some weird shit, don't they? Suppose they ain't got locusts on it or something. Home. Take me home, where the buffalo roam. Cheers, James. Matthew Day says, who needs scroll lock? Yeah. I don't think I've ever used scroll lock. Oh, tell a lie, actually, I've used scroll lock. It's only ever handy if you're in Excel. Then it actually can become quite useful. Although not so much to the point that... Yeah. Ooh. Plus and minus is next to the backspace key. I'm going to have to keep on looking at your questions. That key goes next to the flange key. I haven't got a flange key. Where's the bloody any key either? Ladies and gentlemen, we haven't got an any key. People have actually asked where the any key is. I have actually heard that. I've witnessed it. Ooh, that's a 6. 666, the mark of Bill Gates. Am I allowed to say that out loud? Probably not. It's a good job actually they made these all slightly different, because otherwise I could put them anywhere. And it would make typing really awkward. Although a letter gets on with it, so... The trouble is I've got slightly greasy hands now putting this back on. So I'm actually undoing all of the good work. Right, I'm out of keys, Kath. James Brazilians, Mike, can you get a close-up picture of the horizon for us? I could never get close enough. Oh, that's excellent. I'm going to challenge someone to do that. That is very good. Oh, this is coming together now. Insert. Insert is, hang on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That goes down there. Yes. This is great content. You're probably not realising this at the moment, but this is actually great content.
You should have told James Brock that Lord Erectus was going to come in.
Oh yeah, James Brock, if you've already gone, Lord Erectus was actually in the screen. He was in the Discord, and I believe he was in the stream towards the beginning. After you had directed him to do so. And then didn't come in here. Shift key. Shift key. I know why people buy new keyboards now. Ugh, look at that. That's an enter key. That's what American enter keys are like. Ugh. Where does ours even go? I don't use that one on that side very often. Oh, actually I do. Times like this, I wish I had a 10 keyless. That would have made this a little bit quicker. These actually do feel really nice now. Thanks, Kath, you're doing a stellar job. Have I put that on upside down? Or is that just the way my trousers hang? I do love this keyboard, it is very noisy. Ah! No! Dirty key! Oh. And it's one of those ones that I've never used.
When it's dirty.
Dirty.
Even though you've never used it.
It's dirty!
I better buy the car tax.
Car tax, car tax. I think it ran out on the 28th.
It runs out at the end of the month.
Does it?
Which is today.
We've got to buy car tax for our car, which we've done about 40 miles in. works out our car tax is something like about,
Double the price of petrol.
yeah, it's like £10 a mile or something stupid. Oh, there's another 9 there. That's just not on. And that is a, ooh, that could be a 6, I guess. I know, because that's where the 7 goes, so I don't want to put it there. That's a 6. Wow, this is all going wrong. It's that 6. 9, 8, 7, 6.
Can they see it from the other camera?
Never do this. Never ever do this. Other cam, there we go. It's coming together. And there is, actually if I put that forward a bit, then you can see the phone as well. So if anybody wants to send any rude messages to my phone, they're more than welcome to do so. And you'll be immortalised. That is the up arrow, I hope.
So what's that comment on a YouTube video?
Yeah, comment on a YouTube video and it'll come up on the screen on there. Oh, there we go. Amazon, subscribe and save. Your upcoming delivery is shipping soon.
I got that.
The dildos are on their way. 4. What we got here? What is that? That's an A. A.
An I.
Here.
Or do you think that's a pipe?
There we are. There's the A and then we have the I next.
Or did you think that was a pipe?
Pipe, pipe, pipe. Do you smoke weed? Hang on, number lock. No, that's not number 1. It's got a number 1 on it. Number lock is up there, isn't it?
That's what you thought number 1 was, an exclamation and a pipe.
Number lock. Hang on, it looks like we've got too many keys left over there. Oh no, we're all good. Oh my god, this is going on forever. Backspace. That I and the O looks like that's on upside down. So maybe that's not an O, maybe that's a D.
Or a 0.
Oh, it's not going to come out now, is it? You bastard. Oh, I'm going to break it. I'm going to break it.
Pick her out.
ASD. Is it ASD? Isn't it?
Autistic
Yeah, ASD.
disorder.
P is over here. Even with the bloody map, it's hard work. O'Reilly says my Amazon DE items are in the UK. Stuart says, Kath, get the vacuum and empty it on just as he's putting the last key on. You bastard. Matthew Day says, you put the alt where the alt GR goes. Both my alts are the same, I think. Hang on, how many alts have I got? Got 2 alts. Yeah, both my alts are the same. And they're that at the bottom, which is a bit stupid. Tab is there. Those keys still look a little bit greasy, actually. So we might have to do this all over again, Kath.
Might you?
Might you? He's dick. There's the pipe, pipe, pipe.
What's that one?
No, that doesn't want to fit there.
Ugly Bob.
Ugly Bob, ugly Bob, ugly Bob.
He commented on your...
Oh, it come up on the screen? I didn't even see it.
It's Big Willy's.
Oh, Big Willy style.
You missed it.
I missed Big Willy's. I do apologise. Oh, now it's going to say that on the stream. Mr. YouTube will get upset. Although Mr. Elon Musk won't be getting upset soon, will he? What are your thoughts on Elon Musk's purchase of the toxic trash heap, which is Twitter? I'd be interested to hear what your thoughts are on that, actually, while we're in the middle of this, and this is obviously isn't that riveting, but I think it would be actually be good to discuss what your thoughts are on the whole Twitter sphere goings on. That one there. I'd imagine there's a lot of people which are really pissed off about it, and there's a lot of people which are really excited about it. And I think I'm in the don't give a shit category.
Ugly Bob says it right now.
What's Ugly Bob saying? Big Willies miss you too.
No, fine.
James says Elon's a G. Is he a G though, or is he a controlled G? I don't know. I'm not sure. John Sullivan says Twitter might actually be usable now. That is potentially a thing. There is a lot of censorship on there, particularly with somewhat of a bias in favour of the left of centre. Ugly Bob says, I hope he buys it and burns it all down.
That's the one.
That would be great. That would be great. Personally, I don't think that Twitter or any of those things really should be... Oh, that's wrong. Should be owned by anybody. No, I'm slightly troubled. Don't know where that goes. Well, that's the thing. It should be publicly policed, if policed at all. But everybody's got their own opinion. Aletta says Twitter is lovely. I hope Elon will finally give us an edit button. Yeah, I think having an edit button makes a lot of sense. I can understand why they failed to put it in originally. But yeah, it doesn't make a great deal of sense. Like, editing a comment should be something which is kind of like day one programming. Because obviously, if you're like me and you've put your keys on the wrong place on your keyboard, you're going to want to put them, put right your messages which you've clearly sent incorrectly. But they wanted to do it more so that if something was said, it couldn't be unsaid. It could be deleted, or it was there all the time. Which is a bit stupid anyway. But yeah, I see there's a lot of people going back on there.
I agree, Stuart.
I don't think I'm going to be honest with you. I think there isn't enough benefit of being on Twitter to warrant going back on there. Because we were on there and it's just like, why am I doing this? It's pointless. But then I don't have anything particularly interesting to say, as you've probably already realised. Mark Point says, I heard that Elon might shadow ban people. He might do. But then, if you're shadow banned, how do you know? That's the thing. With all that shadow banning, you can't prove that you're shadow banned. You can think it, but it's hard to prove categorically. Which I think is probably why shadow banning is a bit of a thing. What else? Aletta says there's a big writing community on Twitter and it's awesome. Matthew Day says the problem is with edit, it can change the context of replies. It can, but why not change the context? If you've said something to somebody, and like we do it all the time on Discord, I'll type in something and I'll say it to someone doing like some technical support, and because of the context of the way I'm saying it, it might come across that I'm either being a bit dismissive, but I'm just trying to condense my answer, because obviously time is money and all that sort of stuff, so I try and make my answer as quick as possible so I can move on to do the next thing. But some people might take that as being slightly curt or dismissive, so quite often I will edit a response after I posted it and add a couple more words to kind of elaborate what I'm trying to achieve. Now that, in that context of changing that context, makes perfect sense and actually makes...
What it means is all the replies, you could put something and then all the replies come up and then you change it and then all the replies are not in context with what was originally said.
Yeah, but that's life.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, that's life. That's the way things work in the kind of the real world, isn't it? You say something, it gets taken out of context, you then try and put it into context. Yeah, if you're a legal person, then yeah, having an edit button is a thing. But being that it's supposed to be like a digital town square, then yeah, why not change the context if you feel that you've offended somebody? Changing or editing your response or your reply so as not to offend somebody Surely that's a more forgiving thing to do rather than it being kind of etched in stone. And then because you can't edit it, then other people jump on the bandwagon. You've said this, blah, blah, blah. And then they spend ages saying, well, yeah, I meant this, but I can't edit it.
But you can delete it.
Yeah. I think it's probably better just to avoid, personally. Stuart says you can only you can see your post if you're shadow banned. Yeah, you can check your posts. Yeah, I suppose from that point of view, yeah. I know there's people that are saying that their subscriber counts and all that were completely out of whack. Or they weren't getting as many subscribers due to something they'd said or posted or agreed with. It's all a bit too much. All the social media stuff, it's all kind of... If you've actually got something genuine that you want to say, it's actually very hard to get your message out there. Maybe best to be like the real world and just go to the pub or to the park and see your friends. Remember those days? Yes. We're flying through this now. They're still looking a bit greasy though, Kath.
What's your cleaning?
So I'm going to have to either grease up the other keys. So they have got a bit of a shine. And I was hoping that was going to be down to the dirt. Oh, I've got my bloody Windows key on the wrong side. Rookie error. Rick H says, YouTube is my only social media site. John Sullivan says, if someone gets offended, it's too late to do anything. You could delete the comment, but someone might have the receipts or screen grabs or something, yeah. Pierre Plays says, hello, watching in bed tonight. There's so many things I could answer to that, which I'm going to not do. But thanks for watching.
Alright, I'm done.
What key's that? F9. We're flying through this. We're not. We're not. We're really not. That O doesn't look right. Oh, that one don't want to fit back on. That's a bad sign. No, that's because it's a 2, not a 1. Idiot. Why does that not fit? Oh, you're such an idiot.
Egypt.
I've put the 2 on upside down. How do you even do that? As a normal human being. My word. Did you enjoy that, Kath?
Yeah, great.
There's a hint of sarcasm in your voice. I'm not sure if anyone else picked up on it. Is that a U or is that a C? There's some digits on here which are not obvious what they are. That's a 0. So that's definitely a 0, so that must be an O then. Or is that a D? I still can't work out whether that is what. If it's an O though, it doesn't really fit there. No, it does. It fits perfectly. Dear God, I wish I'd never started this. Cheers, Deathstroke.
Bye.
O'Reilly says, grease up the other keys, take them to your local chippy and get the dried fat and rub on the keys. Captain Meat says, Mike, you could be the greasy keyboardist. Techness Corner says, well, I'm shadow banned in life. Socially, I express myself to people through my YouTube channel. No interactions, I truly suck. On a side note, hello, Mike's Unboxing. Techness Corner, that's very sad to hear. You can't be that much of a social pariah, surely. Interactions on anything in life ultimately aren't that important. Yeah, they're nice to have, I know. But just be happy with yourself. It's what's in here that actually matters. Not how many friends you've got or how many comments you get or who likes your posts on Facebook or Twitter or any of those social things. In the grand scheme of things, it really, really doesn't matter. I've got another 3, or is it an E? It's an E.
You need to go to number 3.
I need to go to number 3.
Might have to Do you clean that keyboard?
Oh. Technis Corner says, thanks, Mike. See, I'm responding. But then I do endeavour to try and be a relatively nice person when I can. I do have my moments. I can be a git. Kath will agree with that, I'm sure. I have a git streak.
You definitely do.
I think everybody does.
Everyone does, I was going to say.
Yeah, you have to be some kind of weirdo to not be have a git streak. Or you just build it all up and then turn into a psycho and do all kinds of weird shit. Yeah, I'm definitely wishing I never did this. This would have been a nice thing to do outside on a summer's day.
When you can't get to sleep at night, you could go through in your mind.
Where do the keys go, yeah.
And then you can check on your phone if you're desperate.
I've tried that before now. What have I tried? Can you do your school register? Now, for most people in certain schools, they had like your kind of like, I'm not sure what they call it in America. You have like your kind of, your main class, like that you go in for registration or to say that you're in school, and then you go off to your individual classes. Can you still remember the names alphabetically through the register in the order? I was doing it the other day, and I haven't been in school for what? 30 plus years. I'm not going to say the exact one, but I haven't been to school for 30 years. And I was getting actually pretty good, and I don't think I've missed anyone out. I actually need to write it down to make sure that I haven't missed anybody out.
How would you know?
Well, because you write it down and you think, oh, actually, no, there's more than that. And I think we had an equal amount of boys and girls, so that'd be one way if I had an uneven tally. Is that sad? Well, I know it's sad, clearly.
When my mum can't sleep, she goes through her shopping list in her head, and then she goes through where it is.
Homeroom, that's it, homeroom. What's that?
When my mum can't sleep, she goes through her shopping list and where it is in the supermarket to get it from. And mentally does it, and she soon drops off.
I bet. Right, I've got a key. Oh, that one. Ah. It's funny, the keys that you don't use very often, or the ones I don't know where they go, are generally the ones I'm using the most. There must be some sort of iron. Oh, hang on. What's that? What the hell? Right, I've already got an E. So is that not an E?
Is that a 3?
That's a 3. I've got a 3 in my E. Oh man, I'm going to get out of there. Right, screwdriver time.
Luckily Bob didn't notice. He said E's are good. E's are bad. E's are 3s.
I really should get the keycap puller out, shouldn't I?
Why don't you tip those screwdriver heads out again?
Oh, for
And then say you can put them back in.
Calf, help, I can't do it. Pierre says, what are you doing? I've actually got no idea. Oh!
E's are just wrong 3s, lol.
There is, in this case, I might actually have to do that. I might just have to put the E there.
And Letters Cats had fun last night, found 2 dead mice on the floor.
There.
We didn't have any mice for a long time, have we?
William Bodie, DDR5. I still have not seen any decently priced DDR5. I'm going to wait till Thermaltake say, hi Mike, we've got a video, do you want to do it? And I'll be like, no. It's too expensive.
You're going to break that now, aren't you, in the final straw? Just use the key puller.
I haven't got a key puller. I might have somewhere. So what letter is that?
You said it was a 3.
Well, no, because I've got a 3.
But they've got grooves. So
And I've got a 3 there.
Which way round they go. They got where your finger... They're higher on each side of your finger.
Well, it could be an E then. Or it could be... no, it's not a W. It's an M. No, I've got an M. Right, I'll do the other keys. Oh no, there's another S. Oh, no, that's a 5. I don't like the keycaps on this. When I do the review on this, this is all going to come up in this. I should have taken some pictures. Oh, actually, I have. I've done a stream. That'll do. I can borrow some of the pictures from that. Ooh. Oh, bloody hell. Oh no, that's all right.
Captain Meat says you're from Bristol, so all the kids have the same surname.
That's true. There was quite a few actually of the same surname. Right, so I have got... So one of those is a W, I've worked out, but it can't be. So where on earth... Right, am I being stupid now?
Do the other camera then. To see which ones.
Ah, there we go. I got it. I got it. So I was looking at it like that. And it's like, well, why have I got two E's? Or is it an M?
Is it a pound sign?
But no, it's a W. That makes sense now. Now I've seen it in that way. The legend on these isn't brilliant. Ta-da!
Exactly what my Matthew Day says. Check the angles and tilts. And the groove for your finger. Surely they're higher at the back.
They all look peachy.
That's really out of focus.
It will be on the top. There we go, you can see them now. It does look pretty darn clean.
How is that a W?
Well, it's not really, is it? It's the most stupid W in the world. Look at that. That's pathetic. That doesn't look much like a W. It looks like an E going the wrong way.
W.
That is a W. Where else is it otherwise? Because they all lie flat. There isn't another key which could be it, I don't think.
Is
So
that all of them in?
that's all of them done. So it must be, mustn't it? But it's just a stupid looking W.
The M's pretty stupid.
That's quite good actually. That's almost code, isn't it? You stupid looking W. The W is a 3. What? No, it's not.
Yeah, the M's rubbish as well.
Yeah, the M is basically an upside down version of that.
The W is the M.
W is the M. It's not, because look, it's at the top of the key. So I'd have to turn it upside down. That is right. I'm sure it is. But it just doesn't look
Why
right.
don't you push it and see? Does it
What?
say the W?
What? See? That's the right ones. Yeah. Good. Good. If it's a Chinese one, it'd be... Right, that is done. I think I need a beer, or I need a drink of some sort.
Not beer.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Can I have one of those little, like, Alco Pop things?
What a wicket.
Yeah, please. Matthew Day says, I still think the space might be upside down. No, that's definitely pissed now. Although, potentially more comfortable. But in the immortal words of, what was the name of the guy who did Catchphrase? Ray...
Glass.
That's right, thank you. What's his name? Ray...
Walker.
Ray Walker. It's not right.
Say what you see.
Say what you see. Today mostly we'll be drinking BK Ice, which was out of date on the best before the end of June 2001. No, 2021. Close. Cheers, everybody.
I'm having one as well.
They've all corrected me. It's Roy Walker, not Ray Walker. Who's Ray Walker? What has he done?
That's because you did it with the accent.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Collector Kev says I was drinking Smirnoff Ice earlier, but mine was in date. Where's the fun in that? You've got to roll the dice. Don't roll keycaps, especially if you're not sure which ones are which. Now, where am I going to put this where I'm not going to re-filthify it? Those keycaps do look a bit shiny still, don't they? I don't know if that's... Is it picking up on the screen? I don't know if you've got it full screen on the stream. Can you tell? I'm definitely seeing that those are slightly more worn looking.
Does it still work?
I don't care about that. As long as I can get a review out of it, that's fine. I'm going to try. I'm going to regret this. I'm already regretting it. Let's do a little thing here. We could, just for fun, just set fire to the alcohol and have a little flame going on the desk. That'd be funny. Although, I don't think YouTube will allow you to monetize videos where you're setting fire to stuff. I could be wrong. Right, let's see if we can actually get rid of some of that shine. If it works, I'll do it on my head. So this is basically like almost like an alcohol solution, I suppose you'd say. But I know for a fact, if I do a video, do the review on this, and I say the keys have got shine on them because I've been using them, blah 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 blah. Someone will be, have you tried using alcohol on them to get the shine off? Because I did it on mine and now mine all look like they're brand new. They look like they've just come out of the factory.
Out the dishwasher.
They've just come out of the dishwasher. I put them on a quick cycle with a bit of Daz in there. And the job's a good one.
Michael D's wearing off his WAS. My keys aren't wearing off at the moment.
Let's see.
They are pretty filthy.
This actually might be working, you know. And it's also really therapeutic.
But annoying.
I can feel myself hypnotised in myself.
It's annoying.
You will not make shit YouTube videos. Actually, I don't think that has worked at all. I think it's actually made it worse. I would definitely say that there's a little bit still more shine on there. But I don't think you'd stop someone in the street and say, whoa, there's some greasy prints on that, you baldy Bristol bastard. Might have to just grease them all up. There we go. Fine now. No one will know. Bill Taylor says, so glad I didn't miss this tip. There's been no tip. Toasties at WKD are drinking. It's cheap vodka VK. Vodka Kick, I think it's called. It's got, actually I just thought that's got bloody...
Oh, you just spilled some on your keyboard. That's what Stuart's hoping for.
That nearly went everywhere. That'd have been upsetting. That could have been an accident. Toasty Beard. Toasty Beard, that's a very unusual name. Rick H says $10 for another, oh sorry, that new RGB keyboard. I'll tell you what, actually, there is one that I really do want to get, and that is MSI have just done a Sonic. I think it's the GK71 Sonic, but they haven't done a UK version yet, so I am waiting out for that. Bill Taylor says, I really enjoy you all when I catch you. Oh, that's very kind of you to say. And Willie Bob says, night people, can't keep awake. That's my fault. Dan Rona, be safe guys. Mike, thanks Mike and Kath. You're very welcome, sir. Yeah, sleep well, Willie Bob. Hope you feel better soon.
Bill Taylor's just a member, by the way.
Oh, have you? Bill Taylor, thank you for becoming a member. it say that at the top? Why does it not say that?
It didn't say it, did it?
No, it didn't come up. Normally it comes up on our thing saying you're a member. Oh, well, thank you very much. That's much appreciated. There is actually something else, another way of YouTube and us basically shilling ourselves out to everybody. They've added super thanks, which is a new thing apparently. So you've got subscriptions, you've got super chats, which you do in live streams. Oh, Kev's also become a supporter. So yeah, Kev's has come up.
Maybe
thank you, Kev.
did and we didn't notice it.
No, because it comes up in a big blue bar, a big green bar. I'll scroll up. No, it's not there. Maybe it's not gone through yet.
I didn't see it.
Sometimes it doesn't go through straight away. Oh, there we go. Captain Me's Adventures just renewed as well. It says, everyone join. Everyone join to help me pay for a new RGB keyboard after this one breaks. Or I have broken this one. I'm going to plug it in just to make sure it does actually work. I'm 100% sure it's going to work. Like, 99% sure. A good 95. Oh, look at that. RGB goodness there. I really don't want to touch it now. Which is stupid really, because I have actually got to do touching to actually film it to do the review. Seriously, if you do like clicky keyboards and you don't like huge keyboards, this is a really nice keyboard. It genuinely is. And I can quite happily say that because I paid my own good money for it. It's not something that they sent me. It's not something which I've been bequeathed. It is genuinely something which I wanted. I tried and it's like, yeah. They do a low profile version of this, which I actually don't like at all. I did buy that and I sent it back because it was horrendous. It was just too low profile. It was not quite good enough to be a laptop keyboard, and it wasn't quite good enough to be a desktop keyboard. It was somewhere weirdly in between. But this is, apart from the legend, the font in the legend sucks major balls.
The RGB around the spacebar.
RGB around the spacebar?
Yeah, it's like a chunk missing either side.
What?
In the middle, isn't there?
Oh yeah, because there's only one key switch in the middle. So it does miss out a little bit there.
Only on certain colours.
Ugly Bob's rejoined as well. I thought Bob was a member anyway.
Or is that because they're members, they can do special messages?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, if you're a member, you do get a free message as well. I think. Who knows? Cool stuff. It does look good on the side, I like that.
Is it on backwards?
Yeah, so no. What, the space bar?
No, your head.
My head's on backwards. It's upside down.
That's what's confusing me. They're all using their free thing.
Don't touch it on the live stream. And that's true, because if I do... Actually, no, it won't, because I think all the hotkeys are actually on the doodah. Oh shit, stood on the thing. Right, I'm going to unplug that. Just as a comparison, actually, I know we didn't quite get round to cleaning this one, which, thank the Lord. Thank sweet baby Jesus and Mary and the nuns and all those others. This is what this one looks like. It's very much a muted affair. Hopefully I don't crash the stream. Don't cross the streams. Oh, that's... I put it in the wrong hole. E.
Look at the thickness of that cable.
Look at the chonky cable on it.
Girth.
Don't worry about the length, look at the girth. So that is what the Corsair K70 looks like in comparison. Obviously it's not really much of a comparison. And thank you, O'Reilly. Milestone 3-month membership celebration.
It's actually 4.
Arguably, I would say this looks nicer, personally. I think it does look nicer.
And that's got a dodgy spacebar a bit as well.
Yeah, same deal with the spacebar.
Depends what angle it's on as well. That's better.
Oh, there we go. It's nice that actually the profiles are baked into this one. Or at least a couple of profiles anyway. In fact, it's only 3, isn't it? Yeah, and they've coloured them RGB, so you've got red, green and blue for the little buttons on the top there. Corsair do make a nice keyboard, to be fair. And in terms of actually the font and the legibility of the font, arguably 100% better. Like, that's clearly a W, that's clearly an E, that's clearly an M. This is going to be a lot easier to clean. And in fact, I wish I'd have started with that one. Anyway, you get the idea. Oh. Ow. Pierre says, I can never use a full size again. I've tried using 10 keyless before, and I've actually got a 10 keyless on the desk behind me, which is the Techwear Phantom TKL. Missing the bit on the side. And this has got, I think this has got browns. Yeah, that has got Cherry MX brown switches on there, which is quite nice actually. That is quite a solid keyboard, but I do prefer in general to have a full-size keyboard. That's just me. Oh, what have I done there? ClickTech says, I still use the Sahara one at work. That is awesome. Oh God, what have you done now, Bob? It's got to be Bob. Oh, that's right, it's that keyboard.
It's there.
Raleigh actually makes a good point there. My number one reason for choosing a keyboard is the legibility of the font on the keycap, and if the keycap font is clear plastic, so the backlight is the key font colour. Hang on. And if the keycap font is clear plastic, so the back... Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Bob says, hey, it might not be me. It's odds-on favourite that it will be you. Waldo135 says 10 keyless, no volume knob for mic. No, that is... Luckily, with that PC there, normally all I use that for is for streaming and for making like the how-to videos, which I don't really need a mute button or a volume button for that, because I can do pretty much everything I need to from the like software, or more times than not I've got headphones plugged in, so it's actually pumping through headphones, just recording my voice or sort of subsequent audio for the mic. So it's fine. Actually, it gives me a little bit more room on the desk as well. And Poppy's got somewhere to sleep, because she generally sleeps there.
And Fleet.
Well, she hasn't been recently.
Sleep up there, don't they?
So at the moment, I'm being really sad and I'm shilling for all I'm worth. So, Techwear VXR case, Techwear Q5 headphones, Techwear XO mouse, Techwear Phantom TKL keyboard. There's a lot of Techwear going on there. And they've not sponsored me. They should. If you're watching Techwear, come on, show me the money. Actually, don't show me the money, just send me a nice case. Bill Taylor says, took no time at all for WSAD to wear away from Greece. What keyboard was that on? Darren says, I've lost my Allen screwdriver, so I've ripped the house apart. That is awkward. Riley says, wow, that Corsair keyboard has 2 USB cables. Yes, it has actually got on the back a USB pass-through. So you can plug in other USB devices on the back, which is kind of handy because it just routes it from the back of the PC up to here. But because you can't really see it, there is just one, isn't there? Yeah. Sorry, that noise is horrible. Because you can't actually see the USB port, and because USB Type A is USB Type A, I'm going to demonstrate this now.
USB. Oh, that's right.
So, if you've got a Corsair K70, there's always going to be the point where you get your USB drive if you're trying to transfer some data quickly and your PC's out of the way. It's going to be a 50-50. Happens that in this particular instance, that was okay, and that was because this drive has got a little bit of a up kink on the end, like almost like a skateboard kick flap, or kick, whatever you call it. So that was a little bit of a cheating exercise, so let's try a kind of universal shape USB stick. So, oh, bastard. I really didn't want that to work. So, who put Stevie Wonder in charge of the stream? Oh, bastard, just 3 out of 3.
Maybe you put your glasses on backwards and then try it.
Ta-da! Upside down glasses works every single time. So USB Type A with hidden ports is never a good idea because it's 50-50 every, well, it's not 50-50 because we proved that wrong. Out of 4 attempts, we got it wrong once. So yeah, if they'd have put the USB port on the top, there's plenty of room. They could have put it on the top. That would have been actually really good because you could have gone, boosh, straight in, happy days. And actually that would have made a lot of sense because you could actually see it and you could have a little LED on the side to see if it's actually accessing it. That would have been a very cool idea. But I'm guessing that there's a lot of people that would have spilt drinks and gone into the USB port and bad things happen. Anyway. Waldo135 says, don't Techware make PC cases? Yeah, that one. Sorry, I left my lights off. Yes, VXR. They also do the Forge L, the Forge M, the Forge M2, and loads of others. Pierre says, I'm getting a KL Box Silent Pink switches with, I think, GMMK caps. I can't remember the cap brand. I would like to try some of those new switches and different switches. It seems like I'm a cheapskate. You guys all know that. I find it very hard to justify spending that sort of money. And it's absolutely cool if someone's going to give you a keyboard and say, please review this keyboard. Excellent. Great. I struggle with these sorts of keyboards, which are in the kind of 50 to £100 mark. I still think that spending 50 to 100 quid on a keyboard is kind of mad. I get it because they do work really well and mechanical switches, etc, etc. Ultimately, if you want to, you can just pick up yourself like one of these. Cheap and cheerful, gets the job done. You can still type on it. And in fact, the Logitech ones are really good. And Bob sent us the Logitech K70, the wireless one, and reviewed that this week, and that was actually really good as well. And in fact, probably would be easier to be using on this stream than using this thing. But I need to sort out that PC as well for that purpose. But anyway, you get the idea.
She didn't like the LED glasses on.
I'm guessing she didn't. Stuart says, a really good point, are the K70 fonts lit up? Do you mean the actual keycaps? Like, are they per key lit? Yeah. They are lit up as, I guess that's what it means. So the the LED colour comes through to the keycap. Poppy, what are you doing? Oh God, there's another one. Right, I'm trying to do a stream here. We have not got time for ass sniffing, okay? Pierre says, I'm building a fully custom keyboard for like £400. Crazy, but it's quality and I get to choose everything about it and build it myself. See, I would be really kind of concerned that I would spend that sort of money on a keyboard and I'd probably make a wrong choice and then be potentially regretting it after. And even now, I will swap between, this is Cherry MX Reds. The other one's got the box whites. That's got cherry browns. There's, sometimes I just prefer using membrane. The membrane keyboards, for some instances, are actually a lot nicer to use. Then you've got the chiclet style as well. So I think spending a ton of money on a keyboard, I would probably regret, because I do swap out keyboards relatively regularly. Because I just get a little bit bored of the feel of it or the noise of it. And I think, oh, I'll just go for something completely different. But I can certainly understand, and if you find one that you like, then awesome. Hashtag Blame Dave is with us. Dave Aiken, how you doing, Dave? G Rich says, Poppy Power. Yeah, she'll be awake now for hours. She's licking her butt at the moment.
Licking my face later.
Pierre's done loads of research. Good. I'm glad to hear it. Dave's just done 8 hours of driving. I don't think I've done 8 hours of driving in the last 3 years. Actually, I know I haven't. Maybe even 4. Maybe even 5 years. No, I don't think I've done 8 hours of driving in at least, yeah, a long time. John says, my current decent Logitech and Corsair keyboards are wearing out after a few years. I'm kind of thinking of going budget as long as it has a big wrist rest. Actually, the new the MSI GK71 Sonic has got a really nice leather wrist rest it comes with. And it's not like cheap stuff. It's proper memory foam. Really nice. Keep a lookout for it. I'm sure they do it in the US layout. I don't think the UK one is available yet. But I'm looking out for one of those when they come out. No, Dave, you still got that title. Ugly Bob says, not even Santa does 8 hours of driving. He probably doesn't. He probably takes a good break and has a few mince pies. O'Reilly says, I'll keep plugging this keyboard for sale. The G910 RGB mechanical gaming keyboard, about $99 current sale, usually $179.99. Don't know why I have USD prices. Yeah, I'm not too sure either. Mark Point says, you're not supposed to wrist your wrists. You're not supposed to rest your wrists, even. Pierre says, lubing all the switches and staves is going to get messy. Stuart says, my RGB 18 euro RK 908 still works well after 6 years. Bit clicky, but yeah, it never malfunctions.
Do you want another drink?
Yeah, go on then.
You might slur your words.
Mark says, have another drink, Mike. Yeah, that one went down a little bit too quickly, to be honest. So our birthday's next week. Going to be a year older. Looking forward to that shit. Yeah, this is the side effects from having out-of-date vodka kick. It will. I'll probably, I'll probably, more than likely, be having the shits tomorrow. So, welcome in those. Cheers, everybody. What?
You.
What have I done?
Why are you having shits? Because these are out of date.
Yeah, out of date vodka kicks and give me the SH1Ts. Thank you, Stuart Cleary. €10 says cheers. Whenever I hear the word cheers, right, this is something about having kids. Kath knows exactly what I'm going to say now. When you have kids, you get forced to watch all kinds of bullshit. One of which is that little fluffy fucker, Sooty. Now, I can say this now because we're past the watershed time. Well, might not be in your country, but what the hell. That little bastard, Matthew Corbett, or whatever his name was, he would pour Sooty and Sue and sweep a drink. Sorry, I'm going really off topic here. But he would do that. And then,
it's like a cup of tea, wasn't it?
A cup of tea or something. And then he'd be like, because they kind of talk, they break the fourth wall. So they basically include the camera or the people at home as the viewer. Like we do. So I'd say, you know, cheers everybody. But he would do that. And it's the way that he said it. He's like, cheers everybody, cheers. It's like, you smarmy bastard. Stop saying it like that. Really upsetting me. So now whenever anyone says cheers, I'm always getting that, cheers everybody, cheers. I'm okay. I'm okay.
And all those hours we spent watching kids' TV and they don't remember any of it. And we have catchphrases.
Yeah, all the catchphrases, me and Kath can remember. The kids can't remember any of it. They were just completely brainwashed by it all, took it all in. We are the ones with the bloody...
Nightmares.
Who's the other one?
Tap shoes on the Teletubbies.
Teletubbies. Tap shoes, tap shoes. I like living in flats. Some Scottish kid with like glasses off his face, like... Kath's gonna lose her shit now. He's like wearing his glasses like this on this TV thing. He's like, I like living in flats. It's like, yeah, I bet you like living in flats. Go and get a bloody job, even though you're only 6.
There's some kid being an astronaut.
Astronaut Pilcher. See, I remember them all. Cursed. Absolutely cursed.
Do you want your Ali cheese on pops?
Unbelievable. Pierre says, I've been subjected to hours upon hours of Peppa Pig, so much that I woke up singing the theme tune one morning. I know. I've been there. Top Cat. I've woke up singing Top Cat.
Kids don't even watch that, though, babe.
No, I watch that. That's my own thing. Right, stop fighting. And no ass sniffing on the desk. I told you this already. Right. McFly.
Mabes. Poppy, stop looking away, Maisie.
Shoo. Right, okay. Yeah, PTSD of children's TV. Definitely got that, Paul. Definitely.
Oh, she's going on William's blanket.
Captain Meat's Adventures. This is certainly the kettle calling the pot. Is anyone worried about Mike's mental health? Drinking out-of-date drinks and hating on sooty Teletubbies and kids in flats. I like living in flats. I wish I could find that bit. I'm going to find it, actually. For next week's stream, I'm going to find whatever that kid's name was, and I'm going to...
I don't think I've tried to find it. I think I found tap shoes in another language.
I like living in flats. How many hours of Teletubbies am I going to have to watch to find that? Too many. I'm not going to do it.
Stop.
Lucky Man says Magic Roundabout, all stoners. Yes, they were. A week of Peppa Pig. Incredible.
Week off.
Oh, a week off. Oh, that's all right then. Right, cats, calm down. I feel like bloody what's-his-face's girlfriend in Shaun of the Dead. Can everybody just calm the down?
I'm sorry, like Mabes.
Incredible. Poppy, don't eat the cables for the camera. Very expensive camera. Cables also expensive. Please do not F with them. Pierre says, thanks Mike, Mike is too drunk to read the chat.
Thanks, Mike.
There's nothing... Thanks, Kath, even. I missed that word like I do on the keyboard when I'm typing a Q and I do a W instead because it's close enough. John Sullivan says, can I get any of you a drink? They've taken that out, haven't they? That upsets me. Point proven. Exactly. It's been a long day. I shouldn't do streams late at night. Really shouldn't. So I was thinking about, actually, this is looking towards next week's stream, because obviously it's our birthdays this week coming. So next week, the stream, I want to do something a little bit different.
We did something a bit different on the start of this one.
I did something different here, actually. But what I want to do is...
I wouldn't say out loud, because Bob will be sending the outfit.
Oh, yeah, it's true, yeah.
Do you want to be Peppa Pig next
I want to
week?
be Peppa Pig next week. No, Bob. No. Don't. Seriously. What I wanted to do is, because it's our birthdays and we're getting older, I wanted to have a slightly nostalgic look at video gaming through the years. And talk about just people's favourite games from yesteryear. Which I thought would actually be quite a nice thing to do, because it does make sense, because birthdays, getting older, reminiscing. You always do on your birthday, don't you? You look back and you think of previous birthdays and stuff that you may have had as gifts. So possibly we might do that. We might well do that. If there's enough people that want to do it, also we'll probably announce it in the week between the two streams. So if there is a specific game that you enjoyed playing, make sure to actually post it in our community tab. So I'll do a post on there, and there'll be votes for different things. So
or just put in the comments.
Yeah, or just in the video comments maybe even for this stream, just put some comments about games that you enjoyed. I'm pretty sure that I played most of the games that ever came out in the 80s and 90s. But there might be a few that I didn't, or maybe that I missed.
Like proper, not PC.
PC, console, early PC stuff like ZX81, Spectrum, Commodore 64, Amstrad CPC 64, Tandy TRS 80s,
Tandy's Filofax.
you name it. If there was a PC or a personal computer, a VIC-20, Commodore 16 plus 4, all those kinds of things. If there was a game that you really, really love playing, I want to know about it. So I think that'd be really good. I think that'd be an exceptionally interesting and slightly reminiscent stream. And if we can, if there's any games which perhaps we can emulate or even do on PC, we might even have a little bit of a blast on some of those games, and I will give my opinions on them. This is one of our earliest computers. This is the Tandy Portable Filofax Calculator. So this is basically a modern day Filofax, but it was a computer. Mike is turning into Moon Knight soon. I should do, that'd be good. This was one of our early computers. I don't know if this even works. I did buy some batteries to see if we can get it working. So this we bought probably very, very early 90s. Possibly, no, it wouldn't have been late 80s, would it? 90s, early 90s.
Yeah.
This was our idea of fun back then. Collecting as many phone numbers as we possibly could. And trying, this is before the days of mobile phones. So at the time when this came out, there was only landlines. So those were actually quite easy to remember. There was, actually, quick test. What was the telephone number for the Golden Dragon, Kath?
575299.
575299. I don't know if that's right or not.
It's now the Beehive.
It's now the Beehive in Downend, so feel free to phone them. Motorman in Downend, where I worked.
You've got to put a 9 on the beginning.
0117 9575 038, which is still the same today, bizarrely. I was going to say another one then, but I think that's my auntie's phone number. I've just doxed my auntie. Anyway, good stuff. So yeah, next week's stream, I know it sounds strange, but we're actually going to try and have a little bit more fun. We do try and have some fun in this stream, but yeah.
Peas off.
It'll be more fun, and we will be off shortly ourselves, I think. O'Reilly says, damn it, Mike, remember things like the Scion netbooks, small mini portable electronic organisers. Those were cool. Paul Mont, yeah, Tandy was in the UK. Tandy was in the UK up until about 95, 96, I want to say. Maybe slightly earlier. We never had Radio Shack. It was kind of Tandy featuring Radio Shack. Pierre plays. You put your phone number when you're 7. There's no dialing code. Cheers, Mark Point. Catch you later.
I still put our old house phone number for my contact number now.
Pierre says, look up a game called Zool. I remember seeing that. I think I was never into platform games as such. And I think Zool was one of those platform games, like an early Mario, I guess. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at that. Captain Meat says Resident Evil 1 and 2 and 4, Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2, or Half-Life, yeah, I suppose probably not so much Half-Life. Half-Life 2, I think, is one of those almost defining moments in computing. Half-Life 2 was something completely, like the graphics were excellent, the gameplay was excellent, the story was excellent. It was pretty much the game of a generation, if not the best game ever, if you look at what hardware was available at the time. And it obviously spawned so many things such as CSGO, Day of Defeat, what else is there? There's loads of spin-offs of it. I can't think of any of them off the top of my head, but all those kind of source style games were all based around, Half-Life 2. And we still want Half-Life 3. Why can they not bring out Half-Life 3? We do need that. Yeah, Black Mesa, the remake of the first version, is awesome. And that game, like the original Half-Life, is from what, 98? 97, 98, something like that. John says Half-Life 2 and Doom 3 for me. Yeah, Doom was good.
Trevor says, do you recall the Mastertronics?
Trevor, yes, I do recall Mastertronics cassette games for the Sinclair. I'm thinking, I'm not sure if I'm right or not, but I'm pretty sure there was 2 like tiers of the Mastertronics. There was the classics,
Weren't they $1.99?
and their premiere. There was $1.99 games and there was $2.99 games. I'm sure there was. And I think there was like a dual tier of games. Hypersports on the Spectrum, yes. How many people broke a joystick with Hypersports? Or Daley Thompson's Decathlon. That was excellent.
And Pit Stop with the tires
Pit
change
Stop.
colours.
Ugly Bob says Golden Axe on the Sega Mega Drive. Yeah, Golden Axe, that was given away free, wasn't it, with the Mega Drive for a long time. And then I think they switched over to Sonic. Sometimes you got both. Maybe even Hang On if you were lucky.
I think we'll be doing this next week though.
We should be doing this next week, really. Commandos game, yeah, I remember Commandos. That was the forward scrolling one, wasn't it? You could walk up and down, but you had to twist a joystick to change the angle of your gun, if I remember rightly. Galaxian. Yeah, see, you're all reminiscent now. Jay Rich says Daley Thompson's Decathlon was impossible. It was. You kind of had to cheat. Mashing the keys or the joystick was really hard for some people. Yeah. Tap, 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 run, whoops, broken. Yeah.
Quick Shot 2.
Quick Shot 2 joystick, yeah. I think everyone at some point had a Quick Shot 2 joystick. Regardless of what console or computer you had, Quick Shot 2 was probably one of the best selling joysticks of that era. Probably followed very closely by the Konink Speed King. Not many people know about that one, but the Konink Speed King actually sold in such vast numbers, it was ridiculous. because it was a proper micro switch joystick rather than the QuickShot 2 was kind of analog. Good times. Michael Thompson says, I remember Alex the Kid built into the Master System. I never had a Master System that was new enough to have that built in. I think I had the original one, which was like the angular blocky one. Dada says, Barbarian had Wolf from Gladiators and Maria Whittaker on the cover artwork. I do remember that. I do remember that. I probably said this before on a previous stream, but I used to get the Sinclair User magazine, I think it was at the time, and they'd always have like the full page A4 adverts for each game, and I would take them out of the magazine, stick them on the wall, and literally my whole bedroom wall was just video game adverts. I loved it. I was really proud of that at the time. It took me ages to put it all up. Ruined the walls. Mum was probably not happy. Wildlife Snapper 1 says, good evening, I'm so sorry I'm late. Don't worry, we're actually heading into the 3rd hour, so I probably should call it an end soon. Anyway. Pierre says, the blocky brown one had super hang-on built in, Mike. Did it? I had the cartridge for that. Strange. Captain Meat says, Games Master, did anyone used to watch the tech channel on Sky back in the day? Used to have some good shows on it. I remember Games Master on BBC with the guy from the Sky at Night. What was his name? He had the monocle. Oh, what was his name? Patrick something? God, how can I forget that? What was his name? Patrick Moore, was it? Patrick Moore? Possibly Patrick Moore.
Yeah.
Thank you. Free games on this. Now, Michael Thompson, you're saying free games on the CD on old PC mags. Back in the day, we'd have free games on a cassette. Free games on a CD, that's positively modern. Encarta 95, oh god, yeah, you used to get that free sometimes, didn't you? Paperboy? Paperboy was great. William Bodie says there was a game like Commandos, but in Japan with ninjas and samurais. Not sure what that one was. Trevor said, yeah, Patrick Moore. Patrick Moore, thank you, people. Streets of Rage. Streets of Rage on the Mega CD. We played that for hours, didn't we? Streets of Rage.
Is that what they have in the pub?
No, that was Final Fight.
Same though, wasn't it?
Yeah, Final Fight was basically the same thing. Glenn says, Test Drive on the Commodore 64 is the reason I still sim race now. Yeah, Test Drive. I think I played... Did I play Test Drive? I think I probably did. Dominic Diamond as well. Yeah, is he still alive? Pierre says, my first game was Pitfall on the Atari, I think.
I love Pitfall, where you had to swing over those swamps. Bigger and smaller.
Yeah, the swamps used to grow and contract, didn't they?
And you go down in the underground bit and get bitten by scorpions.
Yeah, the crocodiles and the snakes and all that. That was great. John Sullivan says, anybody remember Nightmare? Yes, that is basically what we do on a Saturday evening between 8 and 10. Nightmare was awful, wasn't it? It was like a virtual reality kind of game where the actual player couldn't see and they had to be guided by their teammates. It was like left 2 paces, right 2 paces, stop, stop.
What's that board game street video we had?
Not sure. Not sure.
That was a bit spooky, wasn't it?
See, my favourite game of all time, along those kind of lines of interaction or virtualization was a game called... I thought Kath was going to say it.
Well, I wasn't listening, I was reading.
What game?
What?
Where's my chamois bag? What was it called? I can't remember what it's called now. I've gone completely blank in my mind.
In the Night Trap.
Night Trap. Night Trap on the Sega CD. Oh my god. What an amazing game. Never ever completed it. Never even come close to completing it, I don't think. We literally, as stoners, myself and Mrs. Kath,
And my cousin.
and her cousin and possibly other friends, we would literally... The theory of the game was there was a house which was a chateau and they produced wine, but they were vampires, bad vampires. Vampires are bad kids. And you were an undercover agent and you're being watched by cameras around the house. They'd set up traps in the house to trap the vampires. So you would have to go to a certain part of the house at a certain time to activate the trap to let the bad guys fall down the trap. So you had 6 different cameras and you had to use like A, B, C, E, F, G or whatever it was on the Xbox, the Mega Drive control pad, and you had to be in the right room at the right time and press the button. And I think it went on for about half an hour, if not more. So there was 6 individual cameras, all recording footage for at least half an hour. So you can get an idea of how long we spent actually watching each individual camera, and you can only get to a certain point before the camera would cut off because you died because you hadn't trapped enough people and it got overrun. Absolutely horrendous. Amazing game. Acting was absolutely atrocious, but somewhat addictive. And we played that for absolutely hours. Literally hours and hours and hours.
Atmosphere.
Atmosphere. That was it. Thank you very much, John. Captain Meat says, does anybody remember the adventure game from the 1980s? Yes, with the talking plant and the talking kettle.
Look at Reckoner UK.
Reckoner UK says, you know Night Trap's on Steam, right? What?
Right.
What? Right, that's it. End of the stream, we'll go on. No way, Night Trap, the actual Night Trap on Steam. You are shitting me.
Can you sing the theme tune?
You've been caught in the night trap. The girl was actually singing into a tennis racket. That's what did it for me. I think that's just like awesome.
I thought that was tennis balls in socks.
Waldo has 1,200 hours on F1 2021. Shh, that's going some. That is going some. O'Reilly says, thank you, Mike. What for? What have I done? What did I do? Michael Thompson says, gamers in the early days got a complete game with hardly ever a glitch or needing patches. The good old days, yeah.
If they loaded.
If they loaded. Night Trap can't be on Steam.
You did have to start fresh every time. What about Ghostbusters?
Ghostbusters. Diddly-dee-dee-dee. Diddly-dee-dee. Diddly-dee-dee-dee. Ghostbusters. The little ball that used to go along with it. That was great. Ah, there's aesthetically pleasing YouTube name. How you doing? Captain Me's Adventure says, Mike, I remember when you streamed the hospital game. We need more of that from you. Some game streams. Yeah, that could be certainly a thing. What? Night Trap 25th edition? 25th? Night Trap 25th Anniversary Edition is on Steam, £11. That is a bargain. I'm going to have to buy that. O'Reilly says, no, I won't get it. I ain't going through the pain of Night Trap again. Oh.
I don't know if I could.
Have they improved it? If only they had the original footage from the cameras that they filmed it in before it was digitized and then re-digitized it in 4K. That would be amazing. I'm going to have to see what that's like. That sounds awesome. Oh my days. Just changed my life. If I get that, that's it. There will be no more videos made for the foreseeable future.
Unless you stream yourself playing it.
I might have to stream playing that. Waldo says, Mike should make a Twitch account and become a gamer. But I'm rubbish at gaming. Theme Hospital is, I would say, arguably one of the most enjoyable games ever. That was really good. I did enjoy that. Slack Tongue Clinic, Bloaty Head. What was the other one? The Invisible, Toxicology. There were some really bizarre things on there, weren't there? Bloaty Head was my favourite one though. That's nice. Theme Park. The original Theme Park was excellent.
Except for you couldn't start, you had to start again every time, that was the only thing.
Oh my god! A Raleigh for Mike. Originally developed by Digital Pictures in 1987 and released in 1992, Night Trap has been completely rebuilt, bringing it to a level of video quality never seen before.
Does it have chamois bag?
Oh my fucking god!
Does it have chamois bag in it?
Has anyone seen my chamois bag? There are so many classic catchphrases from that. It's brilliant.
Another one we had was Pub Trivia Challenge.
Pub Trivia Challenge on the Atari ST. Ding 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 ding
And you
ding
didn't have
ding.
time to answer.
Yeah,
To move the A, B,
that was
C.
great.
Who played Bar in the A-Team?
Who played Bar in the A-Team?
Because you had to read it so quick.
Yeah.
My cousin read it out as.
Oh dear.
What was Gentle Ben's real name?
Yeah, what was Gentle Ben's name?
Bill Bob or...
Bill Bob or... Ding 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 ding. Anyway, we've talked about video games enough already, so we should probably save this for next week's stream. Being that this is now about to go into the third hour, because I was actually on time today. You're welcome. Thank you all for taking part tonight, and thank you for being with us. I do quite like it at the moment. It seems that the viewing numbers are actually well down, but because of the time of year and people have basically lost interest in most things, it's actually quite nice because there's a nice little community feel. So for those of you that are joining us on Saturday nights, we do appreciate it. If you're joining purely because someone's tied you in front of your computer and you cannot escape, type L now and we'll try and arrange a rescue. But otherwise, thank you all for the taking part. Thank you for helping me with my keyboard issues. Thank you, Kath, as well, for helping me with cleaning up my keyboard, because yeah, that wasn't very easy at all. And I will probably never ever do that again. But we might do the dishwasher trick on the next one, because I don't think I can go through that pain again. They're all typing out. They're all stuck at home. So anyway, that's going to wrap things up. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the memberships. There is actually as well going to be very soon. We've added, or YouTube have added, super thanks, which I don't think I mentioned before. So if you watch a video and it helps you with something and you want to send us a donation, you can now do super thanks as well, which is, I don't know how it works, but it looks awesome. And hopefully we make some money from it. That'd be great. Anyway, thank you all for taking part. Thank you all for joining us on this Saturday evening. We will see you next Saturday, which will be, well, we'll both be a little bit older and talking about some computer games. So do join us for that. So I've been Mike. This is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and hopefully we will catch you in the very next video. Thanks for watching.